How is everybody doing? I'm
Hello.
sorry for the fiasco. Let me share this. Hopefully this works. Hopefully you get the audio of that too.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. Seaweaver, Scobalts, Koala, good to see all of you. I'm now all out of whack and frazzled because everything was on fire there for a little bit. In a confluence of several seemingly disparate, unrelated capacities.
I feel like it's my fault again.
It's not.
But it wasn't. But I triggered the avalanche.
No, you know whose fault it is? NVIDIA. Even if it's not entirely NVIDIA's fault on the Vignon front, I still blame NVIDIA because, oh my god, NVIDIA is just the biggest crock of shit. Like, I cannot express how alarming it is, the degree to which they have just ruined their ability to make drivers. Their software is terrible. It's just incredible garbage. It's unbelievable. So I had gone through and updated my driver today, which I guess I actually have to freaking rewind. So I'm on a relatively old driver. I'm on, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 drivers ago, because I updated that driver to, like, a current driver at the time, and then found out it had a severe issue in that it would, if your PC goes to sleep, it just stops reporting the temperature of the card to whatever, like, monitoring utility. So, like, my fan control software would not get temperature reported, and so it would just not turn on the fans. That's just a thing NVIDIA's driver did at that point. So obviously I had to, like, back it up and fall back to a previous driver because, like, obviously. And so then there's, like, 2 other drivers that happened and were released and did not, like, hypothetically fixed it. And then there was, like, one that came out, like, 2 days ago. And I was like, oh, they've probably fixed it. I will go ahead and go through their own app, NVIDIA's app, and I will update my driver. When I updated the driver, I've had it do this before, which, I mean, NVIDIA greatness at work. Like, it finished updating the driver, presumably, and it just never brings the screen back. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll give that, like, 5-10 minutes and then restart the computer, because what else am I supposed to do? So I do that, and then it's like, okay, I guess it looks okay. Except for the fact that once I start trying to run OBS, it's like, it just crashes sometime because the encoder just is like, I give up on life from all kinds of weird stuff. Like, if I plug in my hand tracking, it's like, whoa, USB change, guess I'll die. Or a Cappa disconnected. So one of the reasons we were late was we were experimenting with, so Vignon is the application that I use to run the model, right? Hooray, Vignon. Vignon has just released a Vignon Net that allows you to connect models together, like, over the internet, and have multiple models on display at once, which generally was working, except for the fact when I tried to run it alongside OBS, at which point the frame rate would go into the dumpster. That doesn't necessarily seem to be related to the drivers, but I blame NVIDIA regardless. And so we were trying to do that, but then Cappa had disconnected once to like get it working again, and even just disconnecting killed OBS because of the NVIDIA encoder. So, like, I don't know what the hell it's trying to do, but I hate NVIDIA. Like, it's just a whole fiasco. It's very irritating.
And it's a bummer because my model is great, and it would have been fun to have it.
Yeah, we were close to having it going. I don't know why it seems to be like so demanding on the system. I don't know if something is wrong in the setup, if the driver is causing it significant distress, because like it doesn't really make sense, because like my GPU right now is working at 41%, but once I did the VNet, it bumped up to like 93% and had a bad time. So I don't know why it did that. Like, it shouldn't have that problem. Maybe I'll report it on Savidriel's Discord server later. Maybe we can try to troubleshoot it some more. I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyway, because of that, we're back in the normal, ordinary condition.
No fancy Cappa model.
No fancy model at the moment.
Only Poe fancy model.
Yeah, I am annoyed because in that whole kerfuffle, one of my Windows mods turned off, and I literally can't find it on my PC anymore to turn it back on. I don't know where the app went. It's just like disappeared into the ether. So that's remarkable. I don't know what the deal is with that. What the? That's not the correct bit. Why is that the old bit?
Me?
Oh, Cappa? Fair question. This is Cappa. Kappa is my sister.
Hi.
She's been around. She would also be
I've been around longer than Poe.
Yeah, she would be Kappa Red.
Technical.
She's Kappa Red in the chat. Okay. Well, come here, Vignon. We gotta troubleshoot this shit. Node graphs. I can only presume.
Hello.
Community bit. Scope bit. Scobalt's bit. Scobit.vn prop. Did that not get saved?
What?
Specifically in Vignon, the node graph. Broadly, the bit exists. The issue is that
Gizmalook.
It's not
Tifa. Is that an ocean or whatever
How?
in this? So blatant. They named some land formation after Tifa from Seven. I'm sorry that your Tuesday is going so poorly.
Yup. I have no explanations. There's scobit2.vn prop. Well, I mean, honestly, you're kind of seeing how it's going, and it's not going all that well. I mean, other than that, it's fine. But this is, like, why is this such a fiasco? I don't know why, like, we did this. I did, oh, right. The copy C. It counts as pressing the button, despite the fact that I'm actually just typing it. Yep, we're just gonna make that a mess for now. Like, I did this. Everybody watched me do this. I have video evidence that I did this. I don't know why this was undone.
Boo, internet outages.
I did not have an internet outage. Those do suck tremendously. and this is especially annoying because I have not actually...
I'm jealous of the naming. Scobit works so well. Witbit works really well.
It does.
Cappa bit.
I don't have... All of the changes exist. All of the changes are saved. I have actually now replaced that with the correct bit. The thing that I'm probably not going to go through right now is add the extra little piece, the stock that I had made, just because I'm not going to deal with that at this very moment. But yeah, all of the changes actually are persisted from Unity. What was not saved was like the Vignon profile and the node graph that had the prop imported along with the like the node graph that had the settings so that your exclamation point bit activated that prop. I don't know why those things weren't saved. Presumably, I don't recall this being an issue, but presumably it is because Vignon did not shut down correctly. Because Vignon actually saves all of the changes you've made when you shut it down, which I don't love as a philosophy, because that means if it crashes, like, you're hosed.
You lose everything.
And there is not a tremendously reliable way
someday we'll be queen.
to just
I will always be myself.
Save settings and graphs. Okay, so there is a button to do that. But like, you have to go into the settings to do it. It's not ideal. I wouldn't mind that to be a little bit better done, but that's okay. Everything is fine for now. We'll deal with it later. I feel like that volume is incredibly louder than it should be.
It's a little loud for me, but
I don't know why it is. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more.
I feel like Cap bit, you have to like crawl over the P to hit the B.
Okay.
It's like really hard to say.
Nothing about.
Okay, so we've done one stream of this.
No, you're good, Scoballs.
Stream derailed itself. Like,
yes,
it has been a fiasco.
Yeah.
So we have one stream. So this is Final Fantasy IX.
You don't need to know anything about any of the other Final Fantasies.
No,
they are in no way related.
Before we played this, I sidecarred 8 because that's how Poe and I played video games together when we were kids. So it was like flashback.
Yeah. I play.
Nostalgia.
She hangs out.
Yeah. So for 9, we're not as familiar with it. We did play it, but it's been forever, and it's like what, 20 years old, 25 years old.
25 years old. Yeah, it came out in 2000.
We're
so what we did last time.
Dude.
To recap, yeah. So what we did last time, we are Zidane, and we are part of a theater troupe / possibly like mercenary thief group.
Guy pirate.
And all we know is that at the very beginning, our group was hired to kidnap the princess of this kingdom. We're not really sure why. As players, we're not really sure why. We got there, we were going through the plan, it was all going great, and then we kind of get to the princess and we find out the princess wants to be kidnapped. She wanted out.
Yeah, she's like, get me out of here, man.
So we're like, hey, we're here to kidnap you, and she's like, hey, I want you to kidnap me, and we're all like, cool, well, let's go then, I guess. So everybody's on board, like, everybody here is having a good time. We were making it a getaway. We took hits from the queen, who is angry that we kidnapped the princess because they found out. We crash landed in Murder Forest, and then on our escape from Murder Forest was petrified, and we know that we had at least one friend still in there that is now petrified. Yeah. The rest of the crew may have been in there. We have no evidence that they had gotten out, but the forest is now petrified.
Yeah, so it's us, the princess, and
yeah, so
maybe Plus, Steiner is a guard of the kingdom, like head guard of the dude guards of the kingdom, and he followed us trying to save the princess.
Yeah, so Steiner is Garnet's, like, guard, so he's connected to her. Vivi is mysterious thing that casts magic.
Child-sized thing.
Yeah, that's hanging out with us. We are Zidane. Well, Zidane's kind of the protagonist, the thief, and then Garnet is the princess who we have kidnapped and has desired to be kidnapped.
We have quote-unquote abducted.
Yeah, so now we are just like, hey, it sure is dangerous out here. We should probably go somewhere.
Not here.
So now we're just kind of going. That was the save button. I didn't really need to do that, but I guess it can't hurt. So it may be worth trying to get some XP, because I saw Garnet. Damn, that is loud. Garnet is like a level 1, so... I expect why it is so loud is because I did not get the chance to modify the volume in my mod thing, or I'll just turn it down here. I don't know, has that worked? I don't think that worked. Did that do anything at all? I don't think
for me.
Oh, that's because sound is not master. We'll pull down the music as well. Okay. I'm no longer being oppressed. All right, I assume this is a cavern of some kind. This must be the cavern. What's up, V? Have you ever heard of the Ice Cavern? Sure. Is this the place? I think so. It's supposed to be near Evil Forest. It's also extremely icy, so, you know, that would check out. I've heard of it. It's supposed to be a beautiful place covered in ice. My grandpa told me about this place. He said the cavern takes travelers to the top of the mist. Bravo! Master Vivi's grandfather must be quite a scholar. We must thank him upon escaping the mist.
Oh, Steiner.
Grandpa used to teach me lots of things, but he passed away.
That's sad.
I'm gonna go over here and fuss with this because I think Scobit's bit might be stuck on. Because it's still around. Many minutes later. Scobit 2, where have you gone? There you are. Hide. Okay. What I get for adjusting it mid-redeem. Also realized, though, I did change that. Persistent. Okay. Okay. Oh, forgive my indiscretion. Don't worry about it. Well, why don't we go inside? I still don't have voices for literally anybody, except for Steiner. Steiner kind of works. Yeah,
I also don't remember what the voices were last time, so it's like, fine.
Yeah, I remember Vivi is kind of Eeyore-ish, but he hasn't been particularly sad for me to sort of slip into that voice effectively. Oh, what a beautiful place. Seeing the actual cavern is so much better than reading about it. Oh, how pretty. I wonder what kind of flower this is.
This is very like storybook
Princess.
fantasy vibes in this.
That's true.
Koala we decided last time, so it's like just like evil forest. It's like okay.
Yes, I guess that does kind of
like
fit
we're
the
pretty
whole
sure that the queen,
storybook style.
what's her face's mom is like evil, so it's like evil queen vibes. So,
and she just looks kind of obviously evil. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
hey Whitney.
Hey, Whitney. Princess, please don't touch anything. Can we get moving? I'm freezing here. Stuff. Hup. Oh, speaking of Eeyore, he's really let himself go. I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of fire in these caves. Oh, they're fragile. Never mind. Fire, not necessary.
That'd probably be a more interesting story. Lesbian space rock.
Sounds like a lesbian space opera,
Yeah,
except with rock.
I'd watch it.
I mean, fair.
It's a rock lobster.
Can I loop around the back here? I can.
Nice.
They really got creative with their pre-rendered backgrounds by this point.
I still really like this style. I
do.
mean, it's probably some nostalgia, but also it's just nice.
Well, more importantly, it's like it's a vibe. Like it has a style.
It's a style, yeah.
And I feel like there's just so commonly a
They all look the same. you
Yeah,
know,
like they're just
like,
trying to get
as realistic
to,
as possible, but
Mhm.
like video game
Just-
vibe.
just devoid of all sort of character in life. Congrats, my channel gets a whole half a monitor today. Half a monitor? What does that mean?
He's
Half
playing
mon?
your stream on a whole half monitor.
Did
Like you're visible and
Oh. I see what you're saying. That makes sense. It's like half a what? Huh? Much like Zidane, huh? What's this? What's that you say? What a strange wall. There's gotta be something behind it. Hey,
why
hey.
does there gotta?
Yes? Can you break this wall down with your magic? I'm coming. Well, I appreciate that, Sea Weaver.
That's such a like story vibe. Cause like, why does it gotta have something behind it?
See? There might be other walls like this. I know, right? That it really is.
Like, it really
So-
doesn't gotta.
Okay, interesting commentary though about games in that front. I always think it's interesting to think about if you are designing a game, should you make things with nothing behind them, right? Like
Yeah.
it like do you
But you
want nothing
shouldn't
behind
probably,
or should
yeah.
all of them? And it's like because it's true that if I feel like you don't necessarily want your game to end up with that vibe of like, oh, well, obviously it's gotta have something behind it. But it's like, it's almost impossible not to fall into it at least a little bit because it's like, well, it's interactable, so like, it matters. Because you
Yeah.
can't possibly make things that don't matter at least at some point. Did Scobalt's bit again, or no? I just preemptively toggled the bit, and so when it went off, it toggled it back on. I was just straight up incorrect about needing to do that. So now I gotta go back into props and turn
You're
it off again.
struggling so hard.
Okay. Now it's back on track. I think so too, Sea Weaver. But like, it's always interesting to me because I feel like I might have commented a little bit about this last time, but like Final Fantasy is a series that has, I think, like struggled with this in the past, because Final Fantasy 13 always got sort of a bad rap for being a hallway simulator, because there just wasn't enough like any kind of diverging that took place to allow any kind of like exploration or meaningful like things to explore and do. But then there's always also the risk of having so much that it's like in 15 there was so little direction that your pacing goes all out of whack, and it's like you're just wandering around, and then it's just like, well, I guess they'll eventually get to the story or whatever. And there's like this happy medium of giving enough breadth to things to like not make people feel like they're just being railroaded down a single individual path or whatever, or individual interactions, or however you want to like talk about that. I feel like it's as a concept, it's like applicable to sort of a variety of individual circumstances, but like it's just one of those things, right? Like, where's the happy medium lie? Or I guess where do your intentions lie? Because like it's probably okay to railroad down the line if you have a sufficient story, and like that's what the goal is or whatever. It's like just all sort of complicated choices to get people to feel certain ways, I guess. It's just gonna be a lot of these guys, huh? Bonk. I need to make sure I'm keeping track of people's health. I think Garnet gets white magic?
I feel like I remember her being a healer.
I believe she is. I just don't know if she has it yet. Do I ever have a movie night or a stream where you just watch stuff? Not generally. I at the very least don't have any intentions of doing so on stream, simply because I don't want to be someone who just is like, quote unquote, stealing content, as the term goes by some people, right? And just like watching things. And there's lots of ways to not steal content while watch things, but I am just not good at reacting to content in that way. So it's like I'm not a good react content creator, so I simply do not do it on stream. If I would ever do like a movie watch along, maybe. It's not like entirely off the table, but I'm not sure what circumstance would come up that would, like, I don't know, motivate me to do it, I suppose. Yeah, there's Cure. I would have to have a good, like, movie or series or whatever that, like, I wanted to do that with. I'd also have to have, like, the appropriate time to be able to do it. And the challenge there is that, like, if I find myself with that kind of time, I would probably rather just stream. Because, like, you know, streaming helps
video
grow
games are
the
fun.
space. And the video games are fun. But, like...
Have you heard much about Blueprints? I've seen it all over the
Seaweaver
place.
played,
That's right. You were
Seaweaver
one of the
played
people I
through
saw playing
Blueprints.
it. Did you like
Yeah.
it?
I actually had somebody
Seaweaver?
who came by hanging out with my wife here that actually was talking about how they'd played Blueprints. So apparently it's like big.
It's all
like
over
people
the
be
internet.
loving it. So I'd be the guy who watches something, does absolutely nothing at the end of the video, and it's over. You're just like, that was cool. Yes, Koala. Like, yes, that's literally like what it would be like, and that's why I don't do it on stream because like I don't.
That one video game that felt like a movie. What was that?
Oh, Seaweaver is playing. Oh yeah, like in game context, I'm all about like very narrative content driven games. I'm for that. But just like I don't like watching things and then just like being like, oh, that was cool on stream, because like that's just stealing the content of the person who made it originally. Like that's not.
Blueprints is long, or one of the quarry or Until Dawn?
Yeah, Blueprints is long. Very long apparently, and sort of convoluted. Like I guess you get to the end and then there's like a lot of mysteries still left over. The end, quote unquote. This is just what my wife's friend said. Like, got to the end, or like the last day or whatever. Got to what's like arguably an end, but then it's like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of mysteries left over or whatever that you have to like go back and do this, that, and the other. It's crazy stuff. So
interesting.
Yeah, well, and on the subject of more like narratively focused games, I was reminded of the other one that I'll probably be jumping on to play relatively, I say soon, but as like one of the next games that get played probably after Final Fantasy IX. So like, who the hell knows how long that's gonna be, because it's a long game. But I forgot that I have a Cthulhu-themed Sherlock Holmes game that I was going to play. And so that ought to be a pretty interesting...
exciting.
Interesting narrative experience, I suppose. I'm trying to understand if I'm getting attacked when I hit the wind, if that's what's happening. It may be. But yeah, I aim to, stream pretty much the stuff that I do, whether I'm playing a game or I'm working on models or stuff, rather than watching what other people have done, because I think they deserve all of the time watched on their stuff, and I'm a bad reactor, not enough to like meaningfully change the content to make it worthwhile having like fair use and blah blah blah. So it's like that's where I'm at. Have you ever seen Epic the Musical? I have not.
Is that a TV show, or is that...
I don't know what that is.
Well, I'm thinking of a couple different things, and I don't know which one it is. I could Google it, but I'm tying a knot, so... Users are not free for Googling.
Protect girls. A whole musical about the Odyssey. Oh, interesting. Oh, receive guilt even when running from a fight. Well, I don't run from fights, so that's fine. Oh, but those are on by
I want you to
default
have to
because
run from the next fight just because you said that.
Yeah.
But I can't really imagine a fight this... Well, maybe this early that you'd have to run from, possibly.
I mean, maybe.
Not ultimately. Oh, we still gotta play so I can sidecar that new RPG too. That's gotta be on the list.
Yeah,
right?
Claire Obscure. It is on the list. Yeah. The thing about that one is that it is newer and such that I'm getting to the point where I'd like a lot of those to be saved until I can do something about my garbage video card.
Yeah.
This thing is driving me bonkers.
Yeah, that's legit.
It is. It's making me so upset. It's just, it's so unreasonably irritating.
Yeah, that was pretty sad that we couldn't get, like...
Well, and some of that might be, like, actual buggy performance issues, because this is being developed by, like, a single person, so I can... I can post up and maybe get
It mostly
some
just reminded
guidance.
me how much I like my model, because it's been
Sure.
so long since I've streamed with it, because
You
I was so
bastards.
sick for so long.
Oh, I can move again. Thanks, Kupo. It's true.
You're welcome,
You've
Kupo.
not been using it.
So I saw it in Vignon and was like, I'm beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's frustrating because it worked absolutely fine until I started
OBS.
streaming on OBS
Yeah.
specifically. OBS could be open and it wouldn't cause any problems. But as soon as I started streaming
So
via
sad.
OBS, it would cause issues. I'm like, I don't know why it was doing that. I don't know if it's an issue of like ports. Maybe I need to put it on a different port. It didn't seem to be just general like bandwidth because I knocked down the bandwidth that I'm actually streaming at the moment, and I forgot to put it back up in hopes that would improve it. It did not. So
I really thought a half hour. I was like, man, this time I'm early and I won't make us late. And it was false.
Would I want to try the model thing again on Thursday? Probably not, Seaweaver, just because I have to figure out why it is doing that. And well, one of the
I can troubleshoot it with you tomorrow
actually,
if you have time.
I might maybe.
Teach me, Mogster.
So the thing about so the way it works is you have to start an actual dedicated server that it runs. And I'm curious that if I ran it on a laptop, like beside my PC, I'm curious if we would get the same results. Could
I have run the server?
Yes, hypothetically you could.
Maybe we'll try
and
that.
So maybe we could try that, which would help when only I am streaming. It might give problems if we were both streaming, but there's at least a few points of experimentation that we could do to try to deal with that. The challenge for you is that if you try to run the server, you gotta port forward on your router to get the port in and blah blah blah, and that's anyway. Possibly Seaweaver, actually, possibly, because that might help understand if it's specifically Cappa's model that's doing it, or if any old secondary model would do it.
My model's beautiful.
I know, I made it, and I make complicated shit. At
least it's not as bad as yours.
No, it's the thing is like yours is not as complicated as mine, which is why it's weird that when running both of them, the GPU usage is for some reason like more than double, and it's like that doesn't make any sense. Like that's not correct. Hey bro, what are you gonna teach me today? Lots of neat stuff.
This is only the second one of these, and I'm already kind of tired of it.
I know, right? I'm gonna give another interesting lecture today. I ever watched Red vs. Blue? Yes. I watched Red vs. Blue early on in its life cycle. I did not watch all the way to the end with Red vs. Blue, but I did watch some Red vs. Blue. It was an
Red vs.
entertaining
Blue
show.
was like coming out, like
yeah. Like I watched it as it was coming out,
as it was being created.
Yeah, that was like the new hotness when I was watching it. Nah, bro.
Don't quote the team lore to me.
Gosh, bro, you sure know a lot.
I was there when it was created.
Yeah, I know.
I guess is the quote.
Nah, bro, I don't need that shit, Mogster. I'm good. You gotta deliver a letter to Gumo for me. Thanks. Okay, I have a letter for Gumo.
Gumo. Gumo. I don't know why my head went to Bueller. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Bueller.
Right.
But that's where it went.
I may have watched... Well, because you mentioned Red vs. Blue episode 1 the day it dropped on YouTube. Was it originally on YouTube, or did it get put onto something prior to YouTube? Because I don't know if I was watching YouTube at the time. I don't remember how I was watching it.
Well, YouTube was what? 2011? 2010? Surely it was before that.
2008, I think, was YouTube.
Oh, yeah. 2007 or 8.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
But yeah, original Red vs. Like the OG Red vs. Blue stuff. Yeah, I think that was... I don't know. It was a long-ass time ago. Diva, hurry up or you'll be left behind. I'm coming. Steiner's a popsicle. Oh, Vivi's passed away.
No, Vivi.
Master Vivi, are you okay? Steiner has also perished.
You guys, what?
Yo, Rusty, you're not all right, are you? What happened to you guys? It's cold, idiot. Hey, Rusty.
Is it specifically cold in that one spot?
Get up. It's no use. And Garnet's perished. Oh, no, Garnet, not you too.
Okay, there's suddenly a lot of passing out, very similar to 8, when all of us would pass out and hallucinate.
You're not wrong. Shoot, I'm falling asleep. Yeah, this is extremely reminiscent.
Seems suspicious. Seems suspicious.
What's that sound? The jingly bell. It came from over there. Is somebody there? Yeah, I'm going to skip your slow-ass talking. Sorry, bro. You know, something that I was thinking about, though, having just kind of gone through the beginning of this game, right? Comparing it to Final Fantasy VIII. One thing that I will give this game credit for is that it does start in a much more engaging fashion. We love 8 because we historically know what's going on, and it's like, we like 8. But I can see starting 8, like, if you're unsure, like, it's a pretty arduous process for the first
it is a little
hour
bit
or
of a
so
slow start,
to, like,
yeah.
get anywhere. It's like, where are we going? What are we doing? Can we please get somewhere? This one did a much better job of, like...
Yeah, there were shenanigans immediately.
A strong...
there was a heist right off the bat.
Yeah, a strong narrative opener, very storybook-like, as we have already touched on. But like it was a much quicker grab, which is, you know, to its benefit. Yeah. Why didn't you fall asleep?
Why is there an evil Vivi?
You should be dead by now. You the one causing this blizzard? Yeah. Suddenly he's here. That's right.
Black Waltz. One. What a weird name.
Ring-a-ling. I think it's funny that he rings the bell by poking it with the other hand instead of just shaking it. Like he's like poke poke.
Did he? I thought he shook it.
I saw him reach his other hand up. His other hand is a little
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, he was like
he like tickles the bottom. That's weird.
Yeah. Well, that's less than ideal.
Aww.
Go sea lion. Sea lion makes a lot more sense. I thought I read stallion. So that's a sea lion for sure.
I really like through 10. I feel like I really enjoyed.
I enjoyed through 10. I enjoyed 12 the second time I played through it. Ooh, a mythical dagger. Ow.
I don't think I've seen 6 though. I'd probably.
I have seen some of 6, but I never finished 6. I got a silk shirt too. probably focus on the other guy. But both of these
I
guys
have
are beating
played,
my
I
beating
played
my
11
cheeks.
and 14, and I enjoyed both. I don't remember 11 very well. That was the first MMORPG.
Correct. I'm gonna die. Please heal yourself.
I
very,
still
very
technically
fast.
have a
Please.
character in
Please,
14. I just
Please,
haven't
please,
paid for the
please.
membership.
Please,
in a
please,
while.
please. Nope. Missed my chance. Oh, it's fine. Oh, he heals through Blizzard. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to hit the other guy first, eh?
But I feel like those are very different experiences. They're MMORPG
Oh,
with
yeah,
like
yeah.
Final
They're-
Fantasy seasoning.
Yeah.
So,
14, I think, over time has done a better job of sort of providing a more Final Fantasy style, like, narrative experience.
Yeah. I enjoyed.
I
haven't seen the last couple chapters or whatever you want to call them, but yeah, I would agree with that.
I don't know if I would really, like, from an outside perspective looking at Final Fantasy 14, I don't think it has been an improved Final Fantasy experience by having been an MMO. Nor do I necessarily think that the MMO experience has been enhanced by being Final Fantasy. I think it is an sufficiently enjoyable MMO. Like, I didn't love it because I kind of got bored of the way combat encounters function and, like, I wasn't particularly engaged with the combat system, but, like, I don't necessarily know if it had really any merit being Final Fantasy over just any old MMO.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't think it really helped it. And I don't think, because I guess what I'm more so trying to get at is that I wish they had done a better job integrating the two concepts of an MMO and a Final Fantasy game, because it's not really an integration of those things. It's like,
No,
it's an
just
MMO.
like, it's like computer theme or like a browser theme, right? It's dark mode. It's just Final Fantasy mode.
Yeah, because it's like,
It's just over top of.
all of the time you have this big narrative piece, but it's always like, oh, you got to go do that solo. Like, go do your solo story stuff. And it's like,
Yeah,
well,
by the end of it,
why
too,
is it
I
an
was just,
MMO?
like, ready to murder every fetch quest ever. I just, like, can we please have an MMO that's not full of fetch quests? I'm dying.
True. You defeated number 1, but number 2 and number 3 will reclaim the princess. Who's there?
What? Why does this dude want the princess?
Oh, whatever. I've got to go back and check on them. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more thoughtfulness in, like, how you make a Final Fantasy game multiplayer, more so than what we ended up with. I see Meat Canyon new video. I have not. I have not
what
really
is
been
Meat
a
Canyon?
watcher of Meat Canyon. I know the name and that it exists,
I am
but I
upset
have
by
not
this
been
name.
a watcher. Well, I
What?
think, if I recall correctly, Meat Canyon might have upsetting animations, if I remember correctly. If I'm thinking of the same right one. Zidane! Hey there, everybody, okay? You! What just happened?
Ooh, what you say?
It was no big deal.
I don't know
You're
why, but
hiding
the way you said
something.
"hey there" made me think of that song.
Hey, nothing
should-
happened. You heard me. You didn't touch the princess, did you?
Steiner, chill
Just
out.
what are you accusing me of?
My
Swear he said nothing
dude.
happened. Why are you being so rude? I am thinking of the right name? Okay, I thought I was. My apologies, Prince. I love how he's just like gets freaking chastised and he's just sad like a freaking dog that's been swatted by a newspaper. He's just like, oh. It's like, well, stop being like that, Steiner.
Yeah, you're
Well, I'm
weird.
glad everyone is safe. Shall we move on? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is the one I'm thinking of. He's he's an animator that, yeah, his style is like grotesquerie in a particular fashion.
Oh yeah, I am not the audience for that.
No, it's nothing. No, not just go back up. I'm looking for any goodies. No
any
goodies.
bits? Tidbits?
No tidbits.
Oh, I'm circling all the way back around in true Kappa fashion.
Uh-huh.
Maybe my bit name would be like Cabit. Like that's easier to say and has the right like cadence. There's just something like Kappa bit is not fun.
No, not everybody's name can be fun.
No, C-bit is also good.
That is true.
Whitbit is probably my favorite.
Whitbit.
Scobit is good because it almost sounds like the actual name.
It's true. Scobit, Scobolt. Like, very close.
Cabot, yeah.
Not everyone.
At least the syllables are right. Not everybody can be fit for awesomeness, but why isn't it my turn sometimes?
On that subject of, well, tangentially related, I suppose I should say, more so.
I will say. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, so since we had done all the poking about and work on the logo, right? And I still making progress on that. I did, however, just come across a deal for commercial rights on this one small group that does fonts that are selling like all of their commercial fonts for $19. And now I'm like, well, now I got to go through 1,200 fonts. It's 1,200 actually.
That's so
I'm gonna go buy them and be like, all right. Ever played ESO? I did play ESO, but I also had a hard time getting into that. The combat system also was sort of an interesting in a different way than Final Fantasy XIV to me. I don't know. There was something about it that didn't capture me. I did play some of it though. We made it through the mist. Oh, the sun feels great. Oh, look, there's a village.
Kappa is a good name when you're naming Minecraft swords. Because I always name my Minecraft sword Decapitator. And I think that is good.
Sounds like you've
been everywhere. So it does work for that.
Maybe it would help to put like what I like out of MMOs if I were to like my favorite MMO experience was when I was playing, well, I'll give two. It was when I was playing Swordmaster in Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning. It was an old game. That particular class was one of the one of the most engaging and sort of like resonant to me. And then prior to that, actually made by the same studio, was a variety of stuff in the old Dark Age of Camelot. Those are the two MMOs that I had the best time with. They're the most memorable experiences. Aside from the original EverQuest, but that was mostly due to the novelty. No one would say that the combat system in that game was engaging because it wasn't. Freaking warriors literally just auto-attacked for a long-ass time in that game.
I feel like my preferences, at least as expressed through Final Fantasy XIV, are actually counter to the way I play any other game.
Oh, yeah.
Because I am 100% passenger princess. Like, sure. I enjoy a sidecar. If we're running through Path of Exile, I'm just following you. I don't know where we're going. I'm just along for the ride. And then I play Final Fantasy XIV, and I am the healer.
Just like, yep,
which is the bananas. Like, that is not a laid back experience. at all.
the
You really have to
responsible
know what you're
party.
doing. Yeah. You're like the
Yeah,
adult in a room full of toddlers trying to kill themselves.
yeah. Swordmaster in Warhammer was tank class, which I liked very much, but mostly because
Mhm.
it was a very interesting tank class because it was a parry tank that you used two-hander with. And what I really liked about it, which I wish they had improved a little bit because it was still a little more restrictive than I would have liked, but the mechanic that the Swordmaster used was sword dancing, and so it was a 3-cycle sort of a attack rotation. There's like an opener, a mid, and a finisher, and so you would go through the rotation, the global cooldown, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The thing is that there were like 4 openers you could use. There was like 3 mids and then like 3 closers. So you would be cycling through the dance as necessary. So it's like, and a lot of them had buffs for you that would last like the time cycle of a single cycle, which I wish they would have lasted like 2 cycles. So you'd like, oh, I'm actively tanking, so it's like you use the damage reduction one so that goes for the cycle, and then maybe you've lost aggro, so you switched in the next cycle to use the one that would be higher damage or like higher threat, and so it's like you'd sort of be weaving abilities to match the situation at hand with a few outliers of like, I need to stun right now, and that's like not part of the cycle. But like, I always liked that sort of like ebb and flow rotation was much more interesting to me than a lot of the classes in Final Fantasy XIV. I thought was just like you set up your rotation. There's like the one correct rotation, right? It's like this is the series of things you do, and like that's it. Like you just do those things. It's like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But then the Dark Age of Camelot just had a ton of ridiculously interesting classes. One of the things that I think went into that, honestly, both of them, they were made by the same publisher. Both of those games had some of the most interesting classes because they sort of needed to be creative because each one had multiple factions and multiple races, and all of the classes were race locked. So it's like, these are the 4 classes that the elves have. These are the 4 classes the dwarves have. These are the 4 classes the humans have. So like, there was a lot of classes, and each one like played distinctly and had interesting mechanics and stuff. And they're like, especially in the summoning side of things, which I really liked, the expansion summons that came out for Dark Age of Camelot was some of the most interesting creative stuff any summoner I've seen generally in an MMO. And those were a set of 3, depending on the faction you were on. There's a necromancer, which sounds typical, except for the fact that the necromancer was actually untargetable until their single necromancy minion, which is like kind of like a ghost, was killed. So they had their minion, which did stuff, and then the caster got to do some stuff, but like didn't have to worry about getting targeted while he was doing it. So it's like, that was interesting. And then another faction actually wrangled a group of skeletons, so you could actually decide like your little squad of 4 dudes, like what kind of skeletons they'd be. So you could have like 4 archers, you could have 1 archer, 1 guard, and a healer and a caster. Like you could like mix and match skeletons, which was neat. And then the last one was just, I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was a mushroom mage summoner. And you could just, their whole thing was that they summoned mushrooms, which were stationary. And so they couldn't move around, but they could have more like individual location damage than like anybody else in the game. Like they owned an area with mushrooms, and you just have to deal with their just avalanche of mushrooms doing all kinds of different things. It'd be like, this one does damage, this one roots whoever's nearby, this one heals things nearby, this one like, and you just like, which was funny because it was also like a PvP game, so you would just have your freaking mushroom patch And then you would try to entice idiots into your mushroom patch or trick them into your mushroom patch. And they would like come around a corner and they'd be like, oh my God, what have I done? And then they just get mushroomed.
The mushroom cloud.
Anyway, those games, those are the MMOs that I really enjoyed. I have not sort of matched that experience in a really long time. See, you're saying the new ESO class is the Arcanist? A dancer, a pure book nerd mage. That's pretty interesting. Do what rotations? Yeah, that's somewhat similar to the sword dancer. Yeah, that was my best time. I loved those games. They were very good. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Garnet has something.
This really is like when we eat food with our family.
I know, we just
talk about other food. And it feels on topic because we're eating food, so let's talk about other food. And it's the same thing. We're playing video game.
Yeah.
Let's talk about other
games. That's how it goes. The only other worlds I visited are in books. You may have been to that village. Let's go visit. Wait, hold it. You're a princess. You can't just go rushing in there. People are looking for you. You need a new identity.
Is that your mouse on the screen?
Oh, yeah, it is. Let me slide all that off. Insolent fool. The princess needs
It's like, what am I looking at?
Besides, we're heading back to the castle. You leave her alone. Steiner, shut the hell up. And you will address her as princess from now on, you silly peasant. Damn it, Rusty, why don't you just shut up? Who do you think you are? I don't take orders from a stuck-up jerk like you. He's just like, please, stop fighting.
I don't like conflict.
Stop it, you two. She has a knife out. Like, she's gonna stab a fool. Steiner, I do not intend to return to the castle. And I do see Zidane's point. I need a new name. Zidane, what is this called?
What?
That's a knife. That's a dagger. All knives of that length are called daggers. Short swords are a bit longer. The big sword you hold with both hands is called a broadsword. And okay, I understand now.
She's like,
what a
okay,
strange conversation. So this is called a dagger.
How would you not know? She just said she read books.
Yeah.
Hello?
Princess, it's a weapon. Please be careful.
That shouldn't be a new word.
No, that bit does not make any goddamn sense. I don't even think that makes sense in Japanese. I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt and
no.
Does it make more sense in Japanese? Don't think it does. I don't know why she asked that question. Decided. From now on, my name is... Sure.
What if you just changed it? And then we had this whole conversation about a dagger for nothing.
True.
Why were we even talking about a
amusingly,
dagger?
You can also just literally change it back to Garnet and be like, my new name is
still
Garnet. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, emoticons are unavailable. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's fine. I don't care enough to switch it.
I did actually remember her name was Daggers, so that's...
What do you think, Zidane?
Something.
Is that okay with you? Sure. Great, Dagger. Now let's work on your speech. Try to sound more... Well, and honestly, that question also doesn't make any sense because it's like... Why would you just seemingly pick a random object and assume that the thing you call it is going to be a good name? Like,
I don't know.
It's like, what's this called? Well, that's a chair. Sick. My name's Chair. It's like, what? Why? Like, what? What's this? That's a belt buckle. And call me Belt Buckle. It's like, I don't understand. Try to sound more casual, like me. I shall try. That's immediate non-success. No. my name's Brick.
Brick.
Yeah, except there was actually, Borderland character named Brick. Brick is in fact a name. Call myself dead. Rhymes with grug. I mean, you might as well have just... Well, okay. Actually, what would have been pretty funny is just freaking call back to, like, 7. It's like, oh, what's that over there? It's like, well, that's a cloud. Well, I guess you could call me Cloud. It's like, well, that's where that stupid-ass name came from, huh? All right, now we're on to something. What would Vivi say? Just say, alrighty.
Would Vivi say that?
Alrighty. I think Vivi would just say thanks for noticing me, but, you know, that's whatever. You're getting the hang of it. I also... I don't know. I also feel like that... The bit about how you speak makes a little more sense in Japanese as well.
100%, yeah.
Because they got a whole thing about like speech patterns and words used and stuff like that.
They've got an entire formal version of the language, and we just don't.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a whole like I love lamp situation. It's like, did you just say you love lamp because you saw a lamp? Like, I love lamp. Okay. It's like, you can call me Lamp. It's like, did you just pick Lamp because you saw Lamp? It's like, you can call me Lamp. I tried to steal. I don't know if I actually stole anything or not.
I thought steal was on all the time. Did we not set that back? Do we have to set it every time?
No, it always works, but I still have to use steal. I didn't catch if I stole anything or if they were like, has nothing to steal, because there is still the possibility that they have nothing to steal.
Oh.
So if I did steal something, I don't know what it was. I do remember the world map music. That background, like, that is still, I am familiar with. For sure. Oh, I can change your shirt. That's not for you. Oh no, you already have one of those. And you already have one of those. Is it better? It is somehow better.
Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine. Amazing World of Gumball?
I don't know, because I have not watched. I know of the Amazing World of Gumball, but I haven't watched it. It's entirely possible, or more likely it would be based on kind of like Final Fantasy writ large, but it's possible.
One thing Final Fantasy does super well consistently is music.
This is true.
Really excellent music.
Yeah, it does music very well, which I think is good because it was sort of one of the early ones, I think, that really
kind of set the tone. Like,
well, yeah,
introduced music as an important part of any.
Yes. It sort of like built up the idea that it matters that you have the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, quality.
I feel like Final Fantasy probably set the bar for end fight music, but yeah, that's
that is a common trope amongst turn-based RPGs in general. Slappies.
Sorry, I keep yawning into the
Panacea and Cure is learned. That was largely successful on learning things.
So I'm knitting a top
Uh-huh.
And it's like plant-based fibers. It's got like cotton and linen and silk, which is not plant-based, but you get what I mean. And as I'm going along, I keep finding like pieces of grass.
Do we have to? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I like pick them out as I go.
A little bit of grass tossed in for you. Gives it extra structure. I want to go see the windmill. Hajime. Hajime's not an object that you see. I know, but let's get some rest first.
You
also need to decide what to do next.
I'm also leaning into it, so I'm probably 10 bajillion decibels. So sorry.
You're generally all right. Well, Discord does a good job of wrangling audio. Sometimes undesirably.
Oh, that's true. I guess the stream is hearing me through Discord.
I sure did. Yeah.
It's not like when I'm streaming and Discord. I lean in and it's like,
brah. Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Sorry, I can be as loud as I want because I have a cap on the on the intake. It only gets so loud. It's our new child. What do we call him? New child. New child. Yeah. First name new. Second name child. New child. Sleeping on the job. Oh, I'm sorry. Why is your hair like that, dude?
Oh, I thought it was a hat.
No, that's his hair.
It's for sure his hair.
I know she's cute, but it's rude for you to stare. Oh, I was looking at the young lady. It's just... her room is right over there. Make yourselves at home. Is it 8? Where will I be staying? In the room. Yes, the majority of your names were in fact objects. But today, I mustn't. Bruh, there's like one room. I understand how you feel, but these country inns don't have private rooms. We got bunk beds, yo. Into the bunk. Inside,
Let's not have this conversation outside where it's very clear that you don't know what's going on.
Notice.
And are probably incredibly coddled, which probably translates to extremely wealthy.
Right. Tell me one thing before we go to sleep.
Once upon a time.
Why did you want to leave the castle, Dagger?
Oh.
The castle, Dagger. If the theater ship hadn't crashed...
That was still super cool. I didn't remember the ship being a theater. That was dope.
It would have arrived at the neighboring regency of Lindblom. I actually just recently watched Spaceballs. I don't remember why.
For the first time?
No.
Again. Okay, good. The way you said that, I was like, surely you've seen it before.
No, it's just like, I mean, just recently, within the last 3-4 months, I was just like, yeah, Spaceballs. It's just like I always watch Spaceballs again. I do enjoy Mel Brooks movies. Those are amusing. He was very good at what he did. He made some funny stuff. I've arrived at the neighboring regency of Lindblom. You're going to leave Alexandria. I see. If you hadn't been caught, you would have reached Lindblom by now.
Caught?
But now, we'll have to cross Southgate on foot. Well, caught as in noticed, I suppose. Because if she hadn't been noticed. Which is Steiner's doing. Border crossing, huh? Zidane, please listen. There's a reason I must leave this kingdom. I cannot tell you why, but please. I understand. I don't know why she had the need to talk. Like, we were just like, yeah, all right, I guess we'll have to do a border crossing. And then she was like, no, you don't understand. It's important. We're like, okay. Like, we weren't saying no. Yeah, that was in the plan. Don't worry about it. Like, that's why we're crossing the border. Next step is border. Like, we're on it. Don't worry about it. So, no big deal.
What do you mean?
understand. I'll get you a Lindblom somehow. I've heard enough! Princess, you cannot trust the words of a thief.
Can we just knock him unconscious and
He may
tie him up?
expose you to even more danger like he did in Evil Forest. I beg of you, princess, please return with me to the castle.
Never talk to him again.
Yeah, can we just throw him in a well and, like, leave?
He's super annoying.
I know I screwed up in the Evil Forest. Or did you? Because, like, that wasn't
When?
your fault. Like, that's not...
Yeah, like when?
When?
Seemed like
There's
you
no
were
doubt
doing
in my
pretty
mind
good.
now. I'll protect Dagger with my life.
Why, though?
Don't be ridiculous. It is I who protect the princess, now and forever. And tell me, how do you intend to take her back to the castle? I will think of a way.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It would be through a petrified forest.
And then Vivi's out.
ZZ? I was looking at the Z's and thinking Vivi.
I'd also like to point out how
Vivi is me.
strange this game is now that I have the mod running that is like doing weird stuff with its resolution, because I'm now at the 21:9 on stream rather than just the normal size, because like Vivi's chat bubble was just like in the black bar. Like it was just outside of the play space. It's just like slid on in. It's doing bizarre things. Master Vivi. He was tired. Had to go on a tirade. Like an ass. What? Let's go to sleep.
Yeah, man, it's been a long day. I'm a little confused about Zidane's
Motivation
here.
Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful voice. Who's singing? This moves on its own.
More, but I don't think we can't pause here.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Okay.
like we were being paid to kidnap her.
Yep.
Which okay, and then she was like, "I want to be kidnapped." It's like, okay, but like, did we know where we were taking her, or were we just taking her? And then everyone's trapped in the petrified woods, and instead of being like, "Hey, I need to figure that out," we're like, "Yeah, I'll take you where you want, like where you want to go, not where I'm going to get paid." Like,
That's
what?
right. That's right.
I'm confused by what is motivating his. Like,
I
don't know that they've thought about it that hard, but like, I guess maybe he feels responsible for her because he abducted her, but like,
she asked
she
for
wanted
it.
to, yeah.
That's like literally what she requested.
And I don't mean that in a "what was she wearing" kind of way. I mean, like, she literally came up and was like, "Please abduct me.
I would like to be kidnapped now.
Yeah.
Please and thank you." Like,
yeah, we don't victim blame here. She actually
asked for it in like an actual verbal sense. Yeah, and I wonder if some of that is why we did not attach to this like we did Final Fantasy VIII. Just because it's like,
I don't understand
even
what they're
like
doing or why.
A somewhat subconscious sense. Like we definitely were not thinking about it this hard back in the day, but it's still
for sure.
It's still a little bit like
what are we doing?
We're a little bit drifty right now. We're just like, stuff is happening to us and we're just going about our day or whatever, and it's like, okay, we're here now, we're gonna go
Which,
there.
honestly,
it's like, okay,
just in general is one of the biggest storytelling sins. If things just happen to you.
Yes.
Like, you can have something happen to you that instigates a series of decisions on your part, but if things just continue to happen to you, that's not good.
Yeah, and I actually feel, I'm trying to think if there was, because I feel like we've had somewhat of a similar discussion recently, or maybe I was just talking at stream or something, about a similar topic of a game that apparently I think had done it much more believably, and like stuff was happening, but like it was believable throughout, that it was like these things are happening and we're making like decisions that felt like matched the situation or whatever. I can't remember what game I would have been talking about that on, but I feel like
I don't recall, but I fell asleep early on a couple of streams.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I I had an experience with a game recently that did sort of string you along through events, but it was like
Yeah.
it didn't feel like the character lost their agency throughout.
Sometimes,
yeah.
But
like that was the key thing is like they were sort of maintaining their personality throughout.
Yeah.
Whereas here we're just like, I don't know what we're doing. Like, what is Zidane trying to accomplish? We still don't know if Zidane is a
creep or not.
Yeah, he was a little bit. Well,
it was weird last time.
They're all too young, thus being a little bit of creeps. But yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Never heard a song like that before. That Dagger singing? Oh, was that Dagger the name, not Dagger the object? Is that Dagger singing? Oh, everyone's up already.
Which Dagger? Oh, that Dagger.
I wonder where they went. The old singing Dagger.
Active time of it.
Ah. Ow.
Snot-nosed Gudo.
They call me Snot-nosed Gudo.
See?
Hey, you're... Why does he turn around by jumping?
They kind of look like Alvin and the Chipmunks, weirdly.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
For some reason.
They also flap their arms a lot.
That's all right.
They're kids, they do that. Oh, I just get the one, huh?
Sometimes if I get really excited, I do a little penguin flap. It happens.
Well, that was hidden. Hey, this must be color
after
fortunes.
You walk straight to it.
I was a big fan in Lindblom a few years ago. 10 gil for divination.
Huh?
Sure. Today will be a day filled with deja vu. Wow. We have played this before. You will see familiar sights and eat foods that you tasted long ago. You may find a long-lost friend. Take a moment to recall good memories. Ah, your lucky color today is blue. Want to buy a gym in your lucky color? We have all colors. Come visit our store in Lindblom's Theater District. We're located near the AirCap terminal. Look for the big clock. Have I heard of this store before? Is it your store? Is it your troop store? Do you sell
I was going to say, that seems like you should be familiar.
Dalian Library. For your reading pleasure. How to save 1 million gil. Earn money the easy way. Making crazy money.
1 million
Volume
girl,
2.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, how to save 1 million girl.
I was like,
shame. We should have named Dagger 1 million.
Who is million? Or
yeah, 1 million girl. These books suck. I'm inclined to agree. I wonder if the castle is okay. That was quite a ruckus.
That they caused.
That went too far. She didn't have to fire at the ship, even if she did it to rescue me. Yeah, but like you were on the ship, so that was a little irresponsible.
Yes, consider that she fired to destroy a ship that you were on.
Yeah, worth a little concern. A little concern. Wonder how many people got
Do we
hurt.
think that's her actual mother? I just keep thinking stepmother because
I don't
evil
believe,
stepmother.
Yeah, I don't believe.
They don't look anything alike.
I think that might be, like, I don't know, a little bit of a spoiler in the sense that I think I remember that from something down the line, like of just vague memories, but...
Okay, but the question is, does she know that that's not her real mother?
I don't think so at this time. Some people could have died.
Like, I don't feel like it would be surprising to discover that that's not her real mother because they don't look the same. And
my apologies. I mean, I'm sorry. Kids these days.
It's an old lady.
Hey, old ladies can sound like this. What are you talking about?
These days.
Kids these days. What are you doing? Why are you talking to the angry old lady? Can't you see what I'm doing? I'm killing the bugs on the crops. You're killing the bugs? Yeah, and I'm gonna kill you next. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Bugs are just like monsters.
I looked down to check my stitch when you said that. I looked up like, you said what?
They destroy our crops if you leave them be.
Yeah, so that's apparently, like, that's a thing that I realize I do regularly, and I'm not sure if that's a common thing or not, but I've been playing a board game. I've started, like, a weekly board game group with some friends that, I mean, they've been longtime friends. We've just gotten back to doing games, and, like, I'm usually the one tasked with reading through, like, the rule book and stuff, and I will just insert random things into the rules that I'm reading as, like, if something is super obvious, I'll be like, and, you know, then you add the numbers together, you idiot, and, like, apparently I can tie them together so much in the same cadence that he's always like, does it actually say that? I'm like, no, that doesn't actually say that. I said that. It's just, I don't know. It's apparently a thing I just do, is to just manipulate text that I'm reading at any given point in time. And then sometimes people don't know if it's real or not. So I learned that recently. Anyway.
Bugs are just like monsters. They destroy our crops if you leave them be.
Crops?
You know what crops are. You're a princess.
You probably have to think about them a lot, actually.
Crops eat vegetables?
You're a strange one. Most girls hate oglops.
Is that so? It's just that I haven't seen too many of them. Wait, Zidane told me to try and blend in. Maybe I should act like I don't like oglops. 1, 2, 3. Ah. Nice try. Am I hyped? Yes, actually, that will be a fun change of pace to be playing a TTRPG again. And yes, I apparently have become too good at just paraphrasing. It's the one bit of, like,
it's the ad-lib.
ad-libbing that I could do. I'm not very good at improv, but injecting things into text is a thing I can do consistently.
Cat's eye. No.
Why? That cat is
Scary.
weird looking. Yeah. Looked a little skeletal there for a second.
I know. I was like, wait, what?
What should I do? I don't want to give in to my brother, but everyone else is making money except me. Hey, wasn't that customer traveling with?
I think
I won't have to get in if I tell him about them.
I knew you.
Yeah, I mean, even the Borderlands will be fun. Hello. Welcome. I literally have one of these in...
One of the streams I want to do at some point is like a knitting stream. I say as I knit. But also, I have a bunch of solo tabletop games that I would like to play on stream. I think that would be fun. And as you discovered over the weekend, an inordinate amount of games about making gardens.
Yeah, it's true. Yes. Extremely common.
At least 4.
Have I ever played Deep Rock Galactic or Helldivers 2? I have. Generally not much on stream. I'm actually playing Deep Rock Galactic, so every Sunday night I play off stream with some friends, some old friends from college. And we're actually currently going through Deep Rock Galactic, which is a great time. Deep Rock Galactic's a great game. And we played Helldivers 2 previously until we, you know, had kind of worked through our enjoyment of it and, you know, have taken a break. Maybe we'll go back to it at some point. But and we did do a Helldivers 2 once on stream. Not a whole lot, but I have played it a little bit on stream. I'm the mayor of this village. Well, you look surprisingly like the innkeeper. Who are you? I'm busy. Please leave. Okay. Jeez.
I feel like if I had a twin and they had a bad haircut, I would not get the same haircut.
We did spread democracy. Hey, Vivi, what's up? Zidane. No, that I was just thinking. Oh, I see. Why are
About
you
bad
confused now,
stuff?
Vivi? You met a girl. What? No, nothing like that. What? Don't tell me you don't like girls. Zidane.
He doesn't have to like
what?
girls. He's 9. Well, he looks like he's 9.
What? Like,
It's so out of pocket.
it really is. He's just like, oh, what are you doing? Thinking about girls? Zidane, what?
Are you thinking about
Are
girls?
you chill, man? And he's like, no, not. He's like, what, do you not like girls? Like, Zidane,
Bro.
I was thinking about pancakes, man. You roll up in here, and you're like, oh, girls, right? And he's like, what? I don't. How did that come up?
Nothing to do with anything.
I never really thought about stuff like that. I'm a child. I'm always thinking. Zidane is rocketing directly
He
into creep territory.
Is a creep.
I think this is also, again, probably why we did not resonate with this game. Because he's so
Weird.
creepy. It's like, he's so weird. Yeah, he's like, nah, not girls. But them boys. He's like, okay, Vivi, okay. All right, Vivi. I mean, you could do that, but like, you need to rein it in just as much as the day does. You guys, stop it. Chill out. He's so freaking. I'm popular
He's
with all the
literally
ladies in
9.
Lindblom. I bet you're sounding proto manosphere, bro. Like, cut that shit out. Come to me if you have any girl trouble, okay?
That is the
I'll
last
teach-
person you
I'll
should go
teach
to.
you all about how to
Please
neg
don't.
them until they can't escape. Yeah, I'm Zidane.
Like, oh, okay, Zidane. Sure,
They fall
thanks.
for my alpha vibes.
Yeah, they can't handle the alpha vibes.
I can't handle something.
I just flash the
gross.
cash. I drive up in my Bugatti.
I
Yeah,
hate that. I hate that so much.
they'll jump right in the car, right in the Bugatti.
Okay, Zidane. Okay, then we need to decide what to do. Like, oh, Zidane, why? How did we get here? He's like, girls. Okay, now we need to figure out what we're gonna do next. Like, who are you? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna look for Dagger and Rusty. Would you mind heading back to the inn? Sure, I'll head back into the wilderness to never have to talk to you again.
Right? I mean, like, I'm seriously doubting my.
What were you staring at?
We also don't know anything
Nothing.
about
I keep hearing you
Vivi,
sound like
where
Quack.
he came from. Oh, Quack.
Yeah. That's the
I
sound
mean, we
Chocobos
know he
make.
had a grandfather,
Yep, that's it. That's all we know.
but we also don't know, like, why he was
See
in
you
the
back at the
town
end.
where we were abducting Dagger. Like, I think Vivi is the most
Where were the
interesting character.
Chocobos? Yeah, Vivi is an interesting character.
He seems
Chocobo?
to have gap in his knowledge.
Ah!
What? Did he just get jumped?
Huh? It's Steiner. I wonder where Dagger is.
What did those
didn't.
kids just do?
I think they were just milling about like dumbasses.
Did somebody jump Vivi at the end of
Yes.
that?
Yes,
okay.
they did.
All right.
Oh, the look on his face. He sent someone to pick it up right away. All I need to do now is keep quiet until the guests leave. Oh, the innkeeper apparently tipped somebody off. Sounds like to Vivi's presence.
Oh.
Gotta pretend
Is
I'm
that
asleep.
what he was noticing?
Yeah, because, Zidane was like, hey, stop looking at her. That's weird. And he was like,
thought
well,
he
I
was
wasn't looking
at.
at her.
I thought he recognized the princess, but he was actually just speaking his actual thoughts out loud.
Yeah. He was
I
looking at
was giving him credit for subterfuge that he
else.
does not have.
He is devoid of cleverness. Yeah, they just mill about.
Okay, I thought they were pickpocketing you that first time for sure. Oh,
Brady Marin, I love chocobos. Here, listen carefully.
Quah.
Did you hear that? Sure did.
I
Quack, quack,
also
quack.
enjoy chocobos.
Dagger tries harder. Am I gonna have to do the old lady again? Nope, we're in a different place. It's like, "Argh, let me just prep the old lady.
I don't know what. Here's my thing.
Yeah.
If you're trying to blend in.
Yep.
Like, you don't want to be so aloof that it raises suspicion, but like, don't go talk to these people.
Yeah, like you could just
don't
not.
mingle. Just
could
like
just not.
greet them like quietly and like just like don't be
"Hey."
weird.
Just give
And
away.
don't be like,
you know,
who is that strange person that never
Mm.
talks? But like, why are you encountering? Like, why are you
Nonchalant.
forcing encounters
nonchalant
with all these people?
Nod and wave, boys. Nod and
The
wave.
more people you talk to, the more they're gonna remember you and be like, "What is happening?"
I must speak with this girl and learn how common folk speak.
Not like that, Dagger.
Peasant, please tell me.
Welcome. Yes. Can we talk for a bit?
That's so random. That is so noticeable.
Show me what you're selling is
More
on topic. Hey, gotcha. Can't you see I'm with a customer?
But I just heard something awesome.
Awesome.
Can't you see I'm working?
Please. I mean, don't mind me.
Here's a chance to listen in on some conversation. Good old pasty yatcha.
Yatcha.
Thanks, lady. I was gonna say.
Blah, blah, blah. Hey, look, it's the old lady.
That killed Dagger. Just like she was gonna kill the bugs.
This used to be a farm. Why did they destroy the farm to draw those strange patterns?
What are you talking about? Oh, I see. There is a
Out
pattern
in,
up there.
yeah, out there.
Crop
Hey, old
circle.
lady. Get the hell out of the way of the treasure chest.
A girl? I saw her go back to the village.
Yeah, she's like, Qual's like, what does awesome
Can't leave
mean?
by
And she's so like inconsistently confused
Sure is.
by people talking. Because we just did this whole escape in
this is the
episode
mayor.
1.
I'm the mayor. Who are you? Still busy.
Same person I
Sorry.
was before.
Yeah.
Still me.
They couldn't have just programmed a you again?
Yeah.
I don't think we need a guard. Oh, forget what I just said. Okay, yaff.
What?
Surprise!
That's got to be where Vivi is. I don't think we need a guard.
Sorry, I came from a different entrance and he said exactly the same thing. I'm the mayor of this village. Who are you? Who are you senile old man? I'm out of here. I'm
pretty
busy.
sure
Please
this is where
leave.
Vivi is, because he said, I don't think we need a guard.
Yeah,
Probably
I think
a guard
he's...
for Vivi, right?
Can't get near the treasure box while the windmill is here. Yeah, I think he is sitting on... like a...
Hatch? Oh, yeah, that's
hatch.
clearly a
Yeah,
hatch.
That's the term. Gonna need the key to open this up. It says mayor's key here. I'm the mayor. Who are you?
It just goes outside, though. You can just go outside the other door.
Dutiful daughter Sly. Sorry, we're not open yet.
Slay,
Working way
girl,
back.
slay!
Slay.
I slay!
I'll just top up on a few of these supplies. Did you see a girl with long hair come in? Yeah, that narrows it down. Good job, Zidane. Nope.
Are girls frequently with short hair? Like, all of them?
Have
Yeah,
you
long
ever
hair.
seen a girl
So
ever in
far?
your life? Yes? Ah, damn. That doesn't help. Dagger. What's she looking at? You want to ask her if she's thinking about girls too? Is that what you're gonna do? That's what you did with
Well-
Vivi.
It is a lesbian space opera, so
That's true.
she might be.
Zidane.
Got a fever or something? Your face is all red. It's not that. I'm fine.
He's
She's definitely thinking about
lesbians.
girls.
Yeah.
He's definitely thinking about girls. You're acting
Lesbian
strange.
space opera.
You should just tell Zidane about that so he can stop pining and get over himself.
Please.
You're acting strange. What?
I get it.
You're all strange.
You're thinking about...
No, I wish I had the option that you're thinking about, girls.
That would have been amazing.
You changed the way you talk.
You're doing great. Let's be at least supportive, Zidane, okay?
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thanks. I did fine in the play, didn't I? Oh yeah, I thought you were Ruby. You sure know how to fake it. Okay, you were Ruby. I'm a big fan of Lord Avon's plays. I've seen all of them. I Want to Be Your Canary is one of my favorites. It's got a ridiculous name. Oh, yeah?
So stupid.
Is Ruby the young lady with the strange accent?
She did.
Yeah. Should I talk more like her?
No.
I'd like to remind everybody that we left Ruby in the capital.
Yeah.
She just got
She's just
turbo
there.
left.
Also,
What? No.
like, known associate of the ship that had
Oh yeah,
abducted
she's gonna get killed.
She's in big trouble there. And we are just not concerned with that at the moment.
Nope, just forgotten. She's really finicky about her speech. She always laughs at us whenever we try to mimic her. So you should just be yourself, dear. I understand. Actually, you want her to specifically not be herself, Zidane. That's kind of stupid advice. Like,
That is the whole point, yeah.
they're literally trying to not be herself. Alrighty. Actually, you were trying to get her to be Vivi in the whole alrighty thing. Also, maybe we don't talk where the shopkeeper is just staring at us, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Anyway, we need to decide what to do from here. Will you go back to the inn? What about you?
Oh yeah, I forgot we were doing
I'll head back soon. Alrighty, I'll catch you later. Good, you sound just like a regular village girl.
Does she?
Crossing the border might not be so tough after all. Thanks, I had fun. You could literally just tell her to shut the hell up. Like, we're gonna cross the border. Just don't say anything.
Yeah,
Bye.
just pretend you're asleep, or I don't know. These
Like
people
you're
are bad
sick.
at subterfuge.
Absolutely. Just let Steiner be and go back to the inn. Screw
I'm
Steiner.
actually more worried about Steiner blowing it when we try to cross the border because he actively
Right?
doesn't want us to go anywhere.
Oh yeah, he is totally unreliable. I mean, honestly, I would be a little concerned with where he's at right now just because he might be trying to freaking turn us in somewhere.
Yeah, like he cannot be trusted to run
Wait.
around.
Magne. I have a letter for you, Gumo. Letter from Moise? I don't like Moise, but I'll read it anyway, Gupo.
I don't like moist either.
From Moise to Gumo. Yo, man, I got totally iced up by some dude with wings on his back. Stiltskin passed me by without doing anything. Is he rude or what? Of course I couldn't say nothing, because I was trapped inside the ice, Gupo.
Do we think the dude with wings on his back is the guy we fought in the ice
Yes,
cavern?
absolutely. He always sounds so gruff, but I'm glad to hear Stiltskin is traveling. Can't wait to hear from him. Gumo. Got any letters? No. Okay. That's not what I meant. Doot. Did you wait long? Ask Vivi to head back. He should be back soon. No, he should be here now, actually. How do you like this village? Pretty different from the castle, I bet. Yeah, the kids are very energetic, and there are so many things to see. Never walked around so freely before in my life. But where are all the adults? Yeah, that is weird.
There's that old lady.
I used to see them tending the farm, but next to the village.
She's an adult.
That farm is tiny. Yeah. There's something strange going on.
I bet the old lady ate them all. Stab,
Killed
stab,
like
and munch,
bugs.
munch. killed them like bugs, that's right.
We leave once Vivi gets back. But what about Steiner?
Oh, we're leaving Steiner here.
I have a good plan for crossing... Ignored. Absolutely ignored. I have a good plan for crossing Southgate. It's gonna be easy. I'm not looking for the rest of us, so we'll just hide you. Forget about Rusty. He'll leave everything to me. Queen Braun Steiner. Active time limit.
Firewood stacking duties are complete. I await your command.
It's my job to clean the bar. Why are you doing all this?
Sorry.
Well, now that you have time, would you introduce me to some adults like your father? Father won't be back until nightfall. All the other men are also working. They don't come here during the day.
Well, that's weird.
Pubs are supposed to be a prime source of information.
Also, this one has a sign that says no credit. I need not ask an adult. Let me ask you a question. I need to know about what transportation method people use in this village.
Their legs, idiot.
I cannot tell you the reason, but there is someone I must escort to the castle.
Wow.
What?
Very
That is
subtle.
Also the reason.
Are you from Alexandria Castle?
And
Indeed.
I hate him. I hate him
I command
so
the Queen's
much.
Knights of Pluto. I
Oh
am
my
Adalbert Steiner,
God.
captain of the Knights of Pluto.
Knights of Pluto? Oh. The shitty ones. Well, if you're from the castle, I guess it's okay to tell you. Please go to the observatory on top of a mountain on the outskirts of the village.
An old man named Morid lived there. He takes care of the cargo ship. Cargo ship? So, that piece of junk flies to this village.
Bro.
Thank you. Wait. Yes?
It seems like he's just.
Thank you for cleaning.
Nay, it is I who should thank you for your assistance.
I don't even
Must
think
make
he needed a
haste.
truth spell. He's just that
Ha
stupid.
ha.
He is so dumb.
I
so
hope
dumb.
that this girl has sent him somewhere where he's gonna get eaten by a dragon.
As it turned out, it didn't matter that we snuck into their mansion. But the kings were hiding something in their mansion. Oh, God. Hold on. I need, I know exactly who this guy is.
Who Zidane is?
Yeah. Hold on, I need the meme.
Is it one of the ones where this dude is talking really loudly at this girl who's just like, please get away from me? Is it that
Absolutely.
meme? Yes.
It's absolutely
100%.
that meme. I can only find it with text on it.
She's just like, please, God. Rapture me or kill me. I don't care. Just get me out of here.
Let me see here. Can I actually just open this as a browser source? Yeah, this guy. It's this guy. This is Zidane. This is absolutely Zidane. You'll have to look over at stream, obviously.
I am, yeah.
Though, amusingly, for some reason, this meme, wow, Waka isn't that one of the guys from Final Fantasy X? Is this guy talking about a freaking, like, Blitzball tier list right now? Shockingly?
I don't know.
Is it possible? Hold on, Waka. FF10? Waka is it is Waka that's from FF10. I think that's an FF10 Blitzball tier list this guy is talking about, which is uncanny. But no, this was the moment with Zidane. He's just talking about shit. He's incredibly insufferable.
Ugh.
I don't care for Zidane. What's
I
wrong?
keep
Am I
coughing.
boring you? Oh no, your story is very interesting. You know, depending on how I voice that line, it's really going to be a very different experience. I'm just going to go with the realistic way that I expect it to be, which is, oh no, your story's very interesting. But I'm concerned about Vivi. Why don't we talk about Vivi? Why isn't he back yet? I really could use another person here.
Please. I need a buffer.
As an adult, that exchange hits so different from the naive reading as a kid of just like, oh no, she's really not bored. And she definitely is really concerned about Vivi, as opposed to being absolutely bored and just wanting anybody here that's not Zidane.
Yep.
Oh,
Vivi
God.
is the only, like, interesting one to be around.
Only
actually.
one that is interesting and not annoying.
Interesting, not annoying.
Dagger's
restful.
okay. She's okay
Like,
at
if
the
I was in
moment,
that
but a
group,
little
I would
goofy.
glue myself to Vivi and just, like, not want to deal with anyone
Just
else.
freaking ride that out the storm.
You're right, he is late.
Quick, distract Zidane from
'Cause
stories.
he also is just not going to talk to you nonstop, which... is
I'm not worried
horrific.
about Steiner, but Vivi, I'm not so sure about.
Let's go look for him. Man, freaking Zidane sucks so bad.
Let's save Kupo!
Excuse me, children. Wait a minute.
Pink child.
Last time I saw Vivi was standing over there.
And then
Thinking
you
about
turned your back on him and
girls.
wandered off.
Did I hear a chocobo? Vivi said he heard a chocobo here.
What does that have to do
And?
with anything?
Is that nice detective work? Is someone crying?
I thought Dagger was
If
bloodhounding her way
she's
through.
absolutely bloodhounding her way to Vivi. It's coming from the hole. Vivi? That was not the right reading of that. Vivi? Vivi, where are you? Are you underground? Can you move? They told me to stay here. Thanks for noticing me. Are you hurt? No, just sad. Don't worry, we'll get you out. Well, hurry, so stay where you are, okay? He's stuck. He's not going.
He can't go anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay in this locked room underground
What's going on in this village?
since you told me to.
There's got to be a way into the underground somewhere. Let's look for one. Okay. Seems like such a quiet village. Yeah, they should have posted a guard. Isn't this obvious? Yes, actually. There's a cool breeze. It is obvious.
I know, this is like Children of the Corn. It's all these kids in a little farming village, no adults except this creepy old lady.
When the residents become evil.
Oh, it's
Residents
Resident
evil.
I'm gonna. Okay, I missed that. I was thinking about.
Well, I don't know
Children
if that
of
was
the
actually the intended direct reference, but I took it to the Residents Evil. This isn't... Why is there a chocobo down here,
Corn.
actually?
Yeah, get
Hold
the
on.
poor bird out of here.
Just a regular underground storage facility. How does the chocobo get down here? Shh, what's going on? Shh.
That is
Shut
an
up.
excellent question.
Why is it moving? Is it true
Stop
that the
calling
mayor's
him an
brother
it.
found it?
So rude.
I guess they reconciled. His brother's one of us now.
What
One of us. One of us.
happening?
Wasn't he on the old lady's side before?
He wasn't on
about
anybody's side.
abandoning
He
the
was
farm.
sniveling and stupid.
He probably only said that because he was fighting with the mayor. Who cares? We need more workers anyway. Hey, let's put this in a box. Guess the guys at the
growing
castle will take
drugs?
care of it. The castle? Yep, we're only in charge of production. Gotcha.
It's
Maybe.
drugs.
Come along now. The pattern on this barrel.
Surprise!
Hurry up. Vivi, that bastard. Zidane, wait. Jeez, what?
Yeah, you yelled bastard. I'm pretty sure they would have noticed that. Slappies.
Don't push him. Be nice to Vivi.
What is it?
They were
See
literal
the large barrel next to
children.
the shed?
Just punch him.
I've seen the exact same pattern on some of the barrels at the castle.
Okay, can't I punch the children and save Vivi before we had this
This place
conversation?
must have some kind of connection with Alexandria Castle.
Well, one of them was labeled man and young man. They might not be children.
Oh.
These are the not children down here, apparently. Because they're growing the drugs.
I must know what it is.
Okay,
So
but
please.
Vivi.
I beg of you, don't
Cause any trouble just yet.
All right. But I will start trouble if Evie is in danger.
He's in danger.
Sure. All right, let's go. They went further
When you're
inside.
in a situation where it's like Schrodinger's danger, like we don't know if he's in danger,
They
so
use this
until he's in
metaphor,
danger, he's kind of not in
Now that I
danger.
think about
Like that doesn't actually apply. It should be the other way.
Stuff.
They're in danger until you can prove they're not in danger, because the risk of them being in danger and you doing nothing is too high.
So, this is why I heard a choke.
You know?
Yep. Hey, look, a Moogle. Hey, bro.
I think Moogles might be my favorite part.
It's true.
Is
I
this
do
the
like
first? No, there were Moogles in 8, right?
them. Yes. They were
When
not
did
as
Moogles
prevalent.
happen? I
have a
feel like
favorite
they're
tattoo,
like they actually are
Why don't you deliver a
characters
letter
in
to
this
Monkey?
Okay.
versus
Thanks, Kubo.
8. Were they in 7?
I think they were in 7 as, like, actually stuffed animals, potentially, at the Golden Saucer. Like, not as whole characters.
Yeah. Give me that shit. Yeah.
Oh, it's just a potion. Well, fine. Thanks for the potion, I guess. Better than nothing. Loot. Jump. Jump. Loot. Iron helm. I mean, it is a little bit silly that we didn't wait for Steiner at all because, you know, we are operating on reduced manpower. Although he would be loud. Maybe it's better he's not here.
Well, he's also off. We're also trying to ditch it.
Well, yeah. What the heck is that?
Hey,
What is it?
someone's crying.
Are
Okay.
they?
Sniff, sniff. Yeah,
Oh,
see?
I guess so.
Don't you see?
Phoebe? Zidane? It is you. Well, they did cram him in a box. I'll get you out. As advertised, he was placed in a box. Why would they stuff you in a box? How could they?
We'll talk later.
Hold on.
It's over.
What happened? Actually, it may not be drugs, if I'm remembering the chain of events correctly.
No, I want it to be drugs.
After you left, some man kidnapped me and brought me here.
He told me to stay put. I was so scared. Didn't know what to do. He asked me why we're
Probably
outside.
actually
Then they
something
said the
magical.
The cargo
or-
ship isn't even here yet.
Yeah. I didn't know what they were talking about, so I didn't say anything. And then they said,
Let's put it in today's shipment.
put you in that box? Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
fight a lot.
Absolutely. Listen, Phoebe, you gotta do something next time. You should try screaming back or whatever. Screaming? Or burning them into ashes. You know, with magic. Yeah, like, get off me, you scumbag. Scumbag. Like that. It surprises your attacker and empowers you. And then you kick him in the nuts. Ah, I see. Then you light him on fire. With arson. Need to ask you a favor, Vivi.
Molotov cocktail.
Well, that's why they call him Molotov Vivi. You want to check out what's ahead?
Cocktail.
I know you might not be thrilled with the idea, but Zidane, I want to know more too. Look, what is that thing? Alright, we'll all go together.
Egg?
It appears to be a capsule of some sort. Yoink. $95. Is that an egg?
See?
He thought the same. Is this machine making eggs? This machine is a chicken! This isn't a mist engine, but there's mist coming out of it.
What is a mist engine?
Presumably an engine that uses mist.
Yeah, right.
Is this smoke? No.
Dagger
this
doesn't
is
know what a
mist.
scumbag is. She's not
See.
common enough.
Don't open just yet. I do like that they're at least engaging with the mystery of the mist so early on.
Have we
Oh,
seen
well.
the mist yet?
Yeah,
Now,
it's lurking
do we fly
out and
over
about.
the mist?
Yeah, remember we
okay.
camped out the one time because it was like, oh, we're at risk of
Oh, vaguely.
being out in
yeah.
the mist, so we need to camp and such.
Do they ever solve the mystery of the mist, or is it like the moon monsters from 8?
No, I think it's more integral. We're literally
Okay.
learning about it right now.
Okay.
Bonk.
My bonking stick. Why am I coughing so much? Please. The mist.
Yeah, the one. You know the one.
I think there is one called the mist, right?
I think there is. I don't think I've seen it, but I do think
I
it
think there's
exists.
also one called the fog.
Bruh. Stop at the fire. Bonk. Detect.
The mist.
Also a skeleton card, apparently. Mist monsters, huh?
Mist monsters. Before it was moon monsters. Now it's mist monsters. Whatever kind of monsters they are, they must always alliterate.
Yay, I can change to this. Yay, I can change to this. I'm still learning.
That is feather. Duck a feather in a hat and called it macaroni.
That one there. Look at babysitting all my items. Baby, come through.
I do miss these like painted background
I
style.
do too.
They're so nice.
Well, and actually, it's not just that as well. I think a big part of it that had sort of been abandoned eventually, that gave it a lot of its impact, is that once the second control stick became standard, it was like, oh, well, we're 3D modeling everything anyway. Here you go, have your camera control. But there's just
Yeah.
so much impact to a fixed camera. Like, you come in, you see from a
well,
certain
it's kind
angle.
of like in a movie, right? You can pick the vista, right? And then you can be super intentional about
Yeah, like this
controlling
shot
the view.
has impact. Like, there is intentionality to this shot. We've got the mist
the
on the
framing.
left coming in, crazy machinery on the right. that we just wouldn't have if we came in with the standard, like, over-the-shoulder sort of, like, camera angle, and then you could, like, rotate it or whatever, and you'd be like... You'd kind of get the same, oh, I guess there's mist over there and there's a machine over here, but there's something about the framing put forward that I just feel has been lost a little bit in providing too much camera control.
Liked it better, and I feel like we've said this before, but I liked it better when games had to be creative to solve technology problems, because I think it made better games.
Yep, I agree.
And these, like, painted, semi-animated background solution to, like, not having enough whatever, like, not having modern enough graphics and all that stuff.
Yep.
Like, we got some truly beautiful background out of them.
Absolutely
and, like,
did.
Very iconic style of, like, these characters on these backgrounds. Like, it's really nice.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
not everything has to be 3D.
I feel it's almost a little bit of a metaphor for, like,
That's why indie games are so good.
Well, yeah, and it's a little bit of a metaphor.
They're solving for, like, smaller teams and things like that.
With AI being a problem, because it just, like, it's another step in removing creativity from a process. It's like...
Yeah.
Constrictions and restrictions and problems to solve via creativity just make something more unique and human and
interesting.
And as we've just shaved off all of those challenges involved with making these things, it's become less interesting. And similarly, we just shave off even more by the use of, like, the AI and, like, generative stuff like that, where it's just another step in uniformity, and it's like, okay, whatever.
Oh, poor Chocobo's running that conveyor belt.
Chocobo's powering the conveyor belt. Why don't they just use a machine to do it?
Yeah, well, and I feel like with painted backgrounds, you still have the opportunity to have an art style that's unique, you know?
It's kind of like
so you can look at screen grabs and, like, they're immediately recognizable as something, you know?
I agree. I can almost see inside.
That's all.
But I can't see anything. I just hear some noise. The eggs hatching?
Why are they Frankenstein eggs?
I don't know.
Frankenstein monster eggs.
That asshole stole from me. This is unacceptable behavior.
That's pretty freaking rude.
Stop it.
Not the potions.
And that asshole's gonna try to escape with my potion.
Bruh.
This is... I have to say that this is bad monster design. Like...
Some things monsters shouldn't. Or, like, do once and stop.
What is this?
You know, like, why they repeatedly steal stuff?
Yeah, it's just like...
Oh, no.
I feel like that's one of the things that, like, the old enough era of games was a time...
Have some bad monster design.
Well, yeah, because they were in a period of time where, in, like, Jurassic Park style, they were only concerned if they could, and they didn't stop to think if they should in some of the, like, encounter design and stuff like that. And it's just like...
Yeah, that's, like, confusion and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we could have a monster that steals from the players.
Implemented
and then they do it, and it's like, dude, this feels like absolute dog shit. Like, this feels terrible to just have my stuff stolen. Like, I have to buy that stuff. I have a hard time maintaining my supplies. Stop stealing my stuff, and immediately they run away. Like, don't just steal my limited resources. That's so incredibly unpleasant. It feels bad. Like, that's not
Or like
what
in
you should
8,
aim
when
to
you
do.
get confusion and like will use items and use the best items in the game.
Yeah, looking at you, Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, that
Unbelievable use
bad.
of like incredibly rare items as soon as somebody was confused. It's just like, oh yeah, look at my elixirs. Look at my
should
like
have
heroes.
absolutely
Look at my
been
invulnerability items. Woo! It's like, okay,
that's
well,
why it felt
cool.
bad, because there was no skill in it. They just tossed it.
Yeah, it's just like
you couldn't dodge.
Okay.
It never
cool.
failed, and they would just start tossing your
great.
most.
Great. I guess I'll
rare
just
items.
reload at the last time I saved. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
and it's like
brutal.
Well, and especially because like they hadn't implemented the idea of like a stash. So it's not even like I'm gonna stash away my expensive
you
stuff
like, stick
because
it
I
in a
know
chest or something so it wouldn't happen. It
yeah,
was
like
just in your inventory. And free
everything's
for
in your
stealing.
inventory, and they would just go rummaging through, and it's just like, guys, like I of all people am a champion for hard games and stuff, but like, don't just. It's not just hard to do stuff like that. It just makes it feel terrible.
Let me do
so
a skill check to prevent this, please.
unfun. It's just like
And it's a game. It should be fun, even if it's hard.
It's just yeah, and that's one of those things.
It
Stealing
just
your
always
stuff,
felt bad.
using your items. It's like, bro, come on.
I literally just started.
Some parts are different, but they look like Vivi. What?
So Vivi is like
this?
Data from Star Trek.
Are
TNG.
they dolls? Someone's coming. Vivi, dagger. Why? Is my mother behind this? This is the only way. Whoa, what are you doing today? You're not listening, so we grab.
Also didn't want to have to animate
Stay
this.
quiet. Hey, did you say something? Nope, not me. Okay, never mind. It's almost time. Hurry it up, will ya? I hear ya.
Well, a lot of early games were like that. Like encounter-wise,
Mm-hmm.
they just were like, make it hard. That'll be fun, and didn't really think through the fact that would make it incredibly unfun. Like you said it
didn't
several
think
streams ago, where like when we were first started playing video games, Sun Games just hadn't figured out how to game yet.
They had, they just
just didn't really get what made something fun or not.
It was still some of the Wild West of just like, well, and it also didn't help that very early in gaming.
Oh, I don't think that was a stream. That I think was
there was a
I was watching you play
huge
video games on the couch.
a huge influence of arcade games involved early on, where like the goal of an arcade game was just like fundamentally
Get
different
your quarters.
than a game. It was a quarter eater. They were out to get you. Like it was extremely adversarial between you and like the arcade cabinet. And like, you know, that's got a vibe. There are some people that want to take those challenges on, that want to, you know, like those are the people who play Dark Souls and do it no hit, and like they go back and back and back so they can do it no hit, and like that level of challenge run is no fun to me. Like that's not the way I play games, and it's great that they exist, but like when that was the only style of game that really existed, and then it's really started to influence your own like couch console games, and you're just like, they're just killing me. There's just constant attrition to my health. It's just like, stop it.
Now they're using my good stuff.
Yeah, and it was, they had to learn how, you know, games worked. Well, and honestly, I feel like a big thing was the generational steps occurred where like people were playing games, well, making games, playing games, but then it was like the people who sort of grew up playing games, they started making games, and I feel like they had a much more intimate perspective on, like, what felt shitty. Like, they were like, I get it.
Not my game.
I get it. And they started to really, like, develop that sense of, like, how you construct a game. Have I played Alien Isolation? I did play Alien Isolation. And that is another... that is a game that I almost quit. And I think is an example of unfun design, in a sense, in some instances. I enjoyed the game much, 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 much more when I reduced the difficulty down to normal instead of playing it on hard, because I started on hard.
Yeah.
And the way that game plays specifically against you as a player was incredibly frustrating because it just felt very cheaty a lot of times. Like, it was out to bamboozle you, out to get you in a frustrating way. And especially, I talked about it when I was playing the game, of course, that I think in some contexts that actually works quite well. For the people... Yeah, the alien AI was on some BS. The thing is...
Oh, I remember watching specifically... Yes, I remember watching.
Yeah. The thing about that game is that the AI being on some BS works when it's functioning properly and people are playing it that are scared of being chased. So, like, the emotional investment and the, like, heightened sense of fear that some people have in, like, a horror game like that, I feel like was an integral part of the experience. Whether you want to call it enjoyment or not, like, I think that's an integral part of the AI being like that. Because me, who is not getting the sort of emotional high, if you will, of, like, that fear response, like, I'm not afraid of games like in that way. I was just frustrated because I was like, this dude is just cheating and is making this an unfun game to play. Like, I didn't have, like, the, and then the giggles after you scream because it was scary and whatever. I was just like, this guy's on some bullshit. So, like, I had to then reduce the difficulty to where it was a much more sort of, like, even exchange, and it was a much more enjoyable experience to me at that point. But yes, because it's just like... And the thing that really started to frustrate me around that is because it never seemed like you could get one over on him. Because it was just like... you would do something that was a good play, but they didn't reward you long enough because you'd, like, go into the next area. Oh, and the alien's back again. It's just like, I absolutely just hoodwinked the alien. Like, I left him behind. I totally blew past. He should be way back there. And then suddenly it's like 12 seconds later, he's popped out of a vent in front of you. And you're like, come on, man. But also, I really didn't like the way that it surprised you with mechanics that were usually something that needed to be reacted to extremely quickly. The big one about that was that one of the things it does is using the same method of, like, hiding, the alien starts getting wise to, and it gets harder and harder to do that. What you don't get to learn until the moment of is that the way it does that is by expecting you to do some additional new input to avoid detection. So, like, you hide in a locker. Normally, you don't have to do anything, and you're just, like, hiding in a locker, and it's cool. You try it a couple more times. Alien starts get to wise on it. The alien looks into the vent or into the locker, and suddenly... now you have to press a button to hold your breath. And, like, it doesn't tell you that's going to happen until it's like, right now you have to hold your breath, and if you don't get that in time, you instantly die. And then it, like, okay, then you're like, fine, I get it, I gotta hold my breath. And then the next time you do that, and it's like, oh yeah, now you actually have to hold your breath and lean to the side. And it's like, you're not telling me that this is a prompt that is ever going to come up, and all of the sudden it does, and they give you like a half of a second to press it or you die. And it's just like, this is so unfair and unfun. Anyway, I digress. It was still a good game when I reduced the difficulty. Then I enjoyed it a lot. Not to rag entirely on the game. It was a fun game. I played it once I was playing it on normal. It was a good time. It certainly did leave a lasting impression. I actually got a pretty good number of entertaining clips out of that game as well. There were some good clips that I do believe I actually have shorts of from when it was actually like Twitch era. There were some good clips out of that.
Was that Twitch? I feel like that wasn't that long ago.
It was on Twitch.
I do not understand time.
That I did that one on. No, xenomorphs aren't usually fair, but that doesn't mean that it's fun. That's the thing.
Yeah. The main goal of a game is to be fun, and if it's not fun, it's failing.
Well, and that's why I say, though, that like I feel like the unfairness is effective on certain people in that game when you're properly frightened of that unfairness. Because I like that as the emotional response can be enjoyable. I just don't have that emotional response in a game. So like I was just frustrated.
There's also a point at which you stack up enough of that and you keep interrupting your flow and you like dump the adrenaline enough times and it's not like you're not scared anymore, you're just annoyed.
Well, yeah. Well, and that's always been my take on horror games. I think a horror game is at its best when it convinces you that it can kill you, but it never does. That's when a horror game, in my opinion, is at its best.
Yeah, because as soon as you have to reset in a zone, like you're not in the game anymore.
Yep.
You're not immersed. So
like,
you want to avoid immersion lost at all costs.
Yeah, because I watched a lot of people play through Poppy Playtime. I never played Poppy Playtime, but I watched a lot of people play through a variety of the chapters. And there were a few chapters I feel like that fell into that mistake, where the big set-piece horror chase usually was like riding the line of being too little margin of error, that you, like, people would die and then get stuck at the point again and make it back and then die again and get stuck. And like, once it's happened several times, I mean, for me, it's like once and I'm like, okay, back in the world of it's just a game. But like, once I saw some people get caught too many times, I was like, this game needs retuned because they are killing their vibe in order to give someone a skill challenge. Yeah. Like, it's like, you really need to be cognizant of what you're trying to accomplish as a game developer, of like, what do you want the player to experience? Do you want them to experience like the fear and the tension and like the vibe and that like that whole thing? Then you actually really need to lean on not pulling them out of that with a moment
Death.
of being hard.
Yeah.
If you want it to be a skill challenge, then you really need to sort of lean into that more and sort of construct it better to facilitate that.
Yeah.
And
Don't
I
do
think
it in the middle of a high-speed chase.
I think
with
that
a
is
monster.
a mistake that a lot of horror games make generally. That they need to ride that. They need to come up with their plan better and like stick to it. Anyway, now we've got Steiner. Pardon me. I must escort a person of high rank.
This is how
to the
Poe and I
castle.
play video games together, but because it's on stream, he has to stop to talk versus
It's
just
true. I
talk
can't keep
over
talking.
Stuff.
Very,
So sorry. It's because I'm here.
Vary's close to Vivi. Vivi. Anyway, when will the cargo ship arrive? I'm busy.
I'm busy.
You're in my way. I'm busy. You're in my way. You're in my way.
Okay.
I shall persevere.
What do they use this place for?
What? Cargo ship.
Is the old guy creepy? You're in my way! I have nothing to say to you. I'm old. Hello. The smell of coffee relaxes me. How about a cup? Wow, that's a marked change in attitude.
Hey, look at the fun, floaty
Airship
shippy thing in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, thank you.
Gulp.
I am not here to drink coffee.
Why'd you
Tell
drink
me
it
when
then?
the cargo ship will arrive, or else the Alexandrian
I
royal
hope it
family
was
will
drugs.
appropriate this property.
And then what?
I order you to tell me when the cargo ship will arrive. Tell me!
You're not a very creative interrogator.
I am just trying to do what is right.
Who decides right or wrong? You? You dumbass?
Anyone can tell from right from wrong.
Oh, standard
think
paladin
so?
horse shit.
Like,
Aha! Still as green as a pickle. I love pickles.
when will
I
the cargo
do
ship
love
arrive?
I have.
Shut up, I'm eating a
pickling
pickle.
in my fridge right now.
It's already here. They should be loading it now.
Why couldn't you tell me sooner?
'Cause I hate you.
Thank you.
I hope you fall and die. I hope the airship's just not here.
This place must have something to do with the cargo ship.
It's definitely not here.
I wonder if it's under. Oh, it's not underneath it. We can see it here. Where the heck is a cargo ship?
Okay, well,
Okay.
I've stolen money.
I feel like we wouldn't be going on so many tangents if Steiner was any type of interesting human being.
I love coffee and pickles. Bye. I like the old man. I like the old man a lot better than Steiner, actually.
I like the
Oh,
old
it's
man
out here
as
for some
played by you.
reason.
Ah!
It is
It looks like
indeed
a
the cargo
nose.
ship.
It
See
does
the
look like a
nose? It like got two eyes.
Now I can take the princess back to the castle. Now I must think of a way to get her on the ship.
I didn't hear spooky
By
violin
kidnapping.
earlier. Oh, because my stream is muted. I'm
Yeah,
so
the stream and Discord are different.
What?
Uh,
there
I'm
is
used to
something coming
listening
out
to
of the
streams.
ground. What is this?
it really does look like a nose.
Oh, it's the barrels of drugs
BB?
and or VVs? I wonder what they're gonna use them for.
We've been making lots of them since they set up the factory 6 months ago. Who cares? This is a piece of cake compared to farming. Better money, too.
Is it a piece of? I mean, I guess farming's
Hey!
hard.
Is that scary guy in armor running towards us? Oh, let's get out of here.
Escalate. Cheese it, it's the fuzz.
Literally.
This barrel, what could be inside? What could they possibly be shipping out from this village? What
I feel
the-
like he wouldn't care.
Did I
You know
just
what I
see
mean?
that barrel
Like
move?
he just seems to be obsessed with getting them.
Oh, that I ended up privating that video. I can bring it back. I just I flashed an image of something I can't have on stream, and so I need to edit
it.
out that just a little bit. And well, honestly, I had privated it, and I had just assumed that no one would bother to watch the VOD because I just assume nobody watches my VODs. But if you were interested in watching the VOD, I suppose I'll go back and I'll clip that bit out and make it watchable again. Was the image? It was like I had to take a picture of my driver's license to get my YouTube monetization functioning, and it was a partial visible image of the back of my driver's license. So it wasn't like significant, really, but
A little doxy.
Caution is the name of the game.
A little doxy.
Not Whitbit. It was a Scobit that I was working on. I doubt anybody did, because I have a respectable pack of yahoos around. It was also not up for very long. I caught it quite quickly. Well, instantaneously, essentially. But I'll
when you're
clip it out.
sharing a screen instead of your
I know, it
window.
is. Well, honestly, I would mostly complain about the way freaking Windows photo viewer works. And it's just like random clicks on the thing, like certain just random spaces on the thing just cycles you through images. And I'm like, that's not what I want. I want to look at this image specifically. Like, I'm not trying to peruse through my freaking JPEGs. I just want the one reference. Thank you. But yeah, that is always a risk. Anyway,
Did I just see that barrel move? Poke it with a sword. Let's see. I'll observe it some
pincushion
more.
us.
I've seen this
Did we
pattern
jump in this
somewhere
barrel to
before.
hide? Is it us?
I think we ended up in it, yeah.
Ah! It's moving.
that is a massive barrel.
All right, give it another push. Ah, the barrel spoke.
Thump. Nice.
It actually would be really hard to tip a barrel like that,
Yes.
because they're designed not
Princess.
to do that.
What in the world is going on? You scoundrel, is this your doing?
God, Steiner, you're so obnoxious. Steiner, please.
Yes, Your Highness.
Shut the hell up. Zane, I don't know what to say to Vivi. I never knew anything suspicious was going on at the castle.
Still don't know for sure. Let's stay by Vivi's side.
He's so sad. Give him a hug.
This is not the time to panic. I must get the princess on board the cargo ship somehow. Then we can head back to Alexandria Castle.
Steiner, you are not listening, literally, to the princess. You have to follow orders.
I mean, in his defense, he has orders from the queen.
Yeah, well, who gives a crap? He sucks.
Queen also sucks.
Yo, Rusty, do you know where this airship's going?
Lindblum. Yes, to Lindblum.
Okay, that's actually smart.
Hey, that's convenient. Did you ask someone? The old man in the shack told me, so it must be true.
I did no such thing.
You're acting strange. Something is heading the holy crap.
What the heck? What the heck? This is
Princess
why that was
Garnet,
why
the
they fade to
queen.
black. That was wild.
The queen is waiting for you at the castle.
Who are you?
You were all sent by the castle. What? What are you talking about?
You were all unconscious from the blizzard. He said he was a Black Waltz.
Are you the one who defeated number 1? I am Black Waltz number 2.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who does number 2 work for? My
That's
power,
an
magic, and
old
speed make me
movie
far superior to
Not
number
old.
1.
Well,
Resistance
old,
is
but not
futile.
old.
Come, princess, the queen awaits. No, I will not return to the castle. Come with me or you'll regret it. Wait, I, Steiner, shall escort the princess back to the castle. Who the hell are you? You're stupid. You think I care? I won't let you stand in the way of my mission.
So how's our health doing? We all right?
Princess, stay there while I kill the others.
I guess I'll steal real quick.
I guess the crop circle is actually where the airship lands.
Yeah, it must. Yeah, it
That
must
makes
be
sense.
like the landing pad.
So once we figure out how to make my model work on your stream, if
Uh-huh.
I turn on my rainbow thing, I'm assuming that will
shit.
like that would show up, right?
I don't know, actually. I don't think it would.
Oh, that's
Because
sad.
you come in as a prop, so I believe it would...
Oh.
Like, my rainbows would affect you. Oh, right.
Oh. So if you got rainbowed, I would get rainbowed?
Correct, because that applies to the
Oh, that's
entire
actually
view
really
of
fun.
Vignan.
That's actually more fun. I like that more. Because
Could you not
I
kill
watched
Vivi?
Whitney start the rainbow and was like, oh, I would want
that's
rainbow
close.
too. So that answers the question.
Damn it, that did kill... How did that kill Vivi? What the damn hell? Stop it.
Actually, This guy brutal. I don't like this guy.
That... Are you kidding me with that shit? Freaking used a Phoenix down on someone who's not dead because of the stupid way that menu interacts.
Bruh, that should not be possible.
Why did you use an ether? What? Oh, is that why? Because I had selected the wrong item and so it didn't select amongst the people dead?
Oh.
Well, annoying nonetheless. Oh, you come back with a single hit point. Cool, cool, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, 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 cool. It's dead now. Well, that's fine. But why? What a world! What a world! Well, at least I got 2 ether. Black Waltz number 2. Did my mother really send him to capture me? It can't be. There is no reason to trust the words of some bandit. God, Steiner, you're so obnoxious. He was just another criminal scheming to use the princess for some evil deed. Have I not been careful enough? Your
None
noble
of you have
upbringing
been
cannot be
careful
disguised
enough.
so easily.
You're all terrible.
It's not true at
Except
all. You haven't
Vivi,
been
and
watching.
no one is hugging him.
Dagger's trying really hard. Also, Steiner, you've literally been wandering around talking about being captain of the guard. Like, you are the most conspicuous person imaginable. You are terrible at this. Yeah, you're the one with the problem, walking around yelling princess everywhere. About the border crossing. Yes? Why don't we hitch a ride on this airship? Sure, Limbum should not be terribly far by airship. I mean, won't be too far. Hey, Vivi. Why don't we get some rest before we go? Yes, please. Okay, let's head back to the village. Ever read Wings of Fire? I have not.
Bum, 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 bum.
You'll be safe with me. Who wrote Wings of Fire? I don't think... Old lady, you're in front of the chest again! Old lady!
Bum, 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 bum,
Kids these days.
Damn it, lady.
bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, they said Wings of
Sutherland.
Fire, and my brain went, Chariots of Fire. Have some music. So I started singing.
I know I've definitely heard the name Sutherland as an author. No, I have not read Wings of Fire. I have not been reading books for a long time. It's got mineral villains. Nice. Oh, I'm sorry.
I read a lot of
Fucking
indie
caption already.
books, and like reading is
I know,
my
just keep stare. Oh no, I wasn't staring at the young lady that threw us through the door.
I read a ton of books, but they're usually indie and they're usually shorter, and that's generally like my cotton candy hobby,
Hello?
where I just
Oh,
read
okay. There you
things that are light, fluffy. I don't want to be upset when I read a
Uh-huh.
book. Like, that's just the vibe. So I read a lot of queer fiction written by indie public, like, authors.
Yeah, and I've ended up moving towards a lot more reading manga in large part because it's a lot easier to sit down and read like a chapter of a manga, and then just be able to like move on or come back to it later, than like a book where you really have to like get through a whole chapter, and it's a much bigger endeavor than just a chapter of a manga. And so I just have not had that same sort of focus or intentionality to like sitting and reading larger blocks of text to get through books as I did long ago when I read lots of books. Love abusive toxic mothers and Wings of Fire. They tend to die and cool also. Well, you know, I think I'd like that too. Wait here while I ask the people inside if we can hitch a ride. I shall go ask them. Oh, really? How come? It is not for your benefit. I am only doing this for the princess. You literally can't stop calling her the princess, you ass. Steiner, you were so adamant about going back to the castle before. Airship full of barrels like the ones I saw at the castle. Steiner was against going. No. Zidane, is this ship really headed for Lindblom? No, it'll probably take us straight to Alexandria Castle. But why? Didn't you just say we should get on this ship? Yeah, I know. Trust me. We'll just steal it. I think that's where we're going. We're just gonna steal it.
Yeah, Sky Pirate. Hello.
What is it, Vivi? Those dolls they were making underground.
Yeah, no one has hugged him yet.
Yeah,
and he needs to
maybe
be
a
hugged.
little. They're just dolls, Vivi.
Are they?
Moving.
I don't know that we've seen any.
What the heck is Steiner up to? All right, we have to get on, Dagger. Oh, shit,
Why don't we
not
just
going
let
to
it take?
Lindblom. I don't have time to explain. Yeah, like, just let it take
Like, just
freaking
let it
Steiner
take
away.
Steiner, and we can just figure it out.
I don't have time to explain. Again with the stealing. This way. I think there's a rad cutscene coming up, if I remember correctly. Hurry up.
I love rad cutscenes.
You have nothing to worry about. Hurry before she takes off. Also, there's no reason to not be like, I'm gonna steal the plane. Like, that we're a team. You don't have to have the mystery and like, do you trust me moment with the pretty girl. Just be like, oh yeah, go hop on.
Yeah.
I'm hijacking this shit straight to Lindblom. You don't worry about it. You're like,
yeah.
oh, okay. But I'll take you to Lindblom, I promise. I mean, that's closer, but
I'm
like,
sorry, I just read Koala's
fine, I'll get on.
comment.
Oh, meant for kids, but just ripping out tongues. You know. Ah! Yeah, Zidane just freaking grabbed her ass. What an ass.
Oh my god, I hate him.
He's so unlikable.
He's so unlikable.
Really, he's really a product of his time, I guess. Like, as far as thinking that this made a rogue, right? Like, this is what a rogue is like. It's like,
he's such a
he
rapscallion.
sucks. Cappa, apparently. Do you know what Enna is? I don't know what Enna is.
No.
I don't
old.
think I know what Enna is. Well, it's not like I did it on purpose. Yeah, you did, you lying sack of shit. Please, enough. Is that royal tone in your voice again? Which she is a princess, and you're an ass. You okay, Vivi? Feels like I'm gonna get sucked into the sky. At least he's nice to Vivi, but he's really a just unpleasant individual
He's
otherwise.
super unpleasant, yeah.
Let's go inside, Vivi. Yeah, why are we back here? You are so close to just stepping off the back of that airship. It'd be so funny if they were there. And they're like, oh no, the door's locked. And they're like, I guess we're just stuck on this freaking balcony now. I trust
Going
you,
to the
Zidane.
castle.
You
I
shouldn't.
don't.
I get the feeling she
kind
doesn't
of
quite trust
terrible.
me yet. Maybe she'll reward me with a kiss or two if I try hard enough. Zidane, you
Gross.
suck. You just suck.
Zidane! What is it? Something wrong? It's Vivi.
Vivi? Wow, they're alive and they're moving around. The mages built in the village bring back the new ones? Oh, Vivi. Vivi. Vivi! He's just gonna keep trying.
Poor little guy.
Alright, you got way more character than they do. Also, green pants. Were you able to talk to any of them? No. And your head's way your hat's way floppier. It's like, you don't even see me at all.
He really is like Data from Star Trek.
Again and again, but it won't even turn around. Vivi.
What was Vivi out and about? Like, what was he doing?
We'd go
What's his
upstairs for a
deal?
little bit.
going
They
on
really
with him?
just like dropped us right into that, where he's like, "I'm on my adventure to the castle to go see a play with apparently a forged ticket." Like, okay.
But also, he like didn't say that was his purpose. He just tried to like give the ticket. So like, what was he doing?
I don't know. I gotta turn the ship around before it reaches the castle. An eye on Vivi, okay?
Okay.
Hey, friend. Oh,
Turn around.
I think the cutscene's a little sad, too, if I remember correctly.
Oh no.
I'm remembering bits and pieces.
I don't remember at all. I don't want to be sad.
Hey, Steiner, you piece of crap.
How could this happen? What am I to do? I never expected things to go so badly. I cannot believe the ship took off without the princess. What will I say to Queen Braun?
We really should have
Yeah,
just
they
let
should
him
have
go.
just let him do. Yeah. See.
Meet his fate when he got there. What the heck were you doing? You almost took off without us.
That is because this ship's crew. Oh my god! Why, you! Where's the princess? I killed her and ate her.
In the engine room.
She is on the ship? All is well now. This ship is returning to the castle. You will be hanged for the kidnapping of a member of the royal family. Enjoy your freedom while you can.
God, he's such an ass. You suck, Steiner.
Sanctimonious? Is that the word I was thinking of?
Yeah, probably.
Or-
Like he doesn't even see me.
It's not quite the right one, but I can't think of another one.
At last, Queen Braun is sure to be pleased. However, the princess would have been left behind without the thief's aid. I shall petition for a life sentence on his behalf. Yes, that would be the honorable thing.
No, I don't know it.
But
We're
that was because the
old.
crew wouldn't listen. I must run a background check on them.
You have to keep this in mind.
Either you know Droopy. I do not know Droopy either.
Ah, yes, it is my duty as a knight. What the?
Cutscene! I feel like they may have actually had higher resolution versions of this for the PC release. Because there's
Maybe.
not the same sort of fuzzing that I expect out of like a freaking 480p image.
Mm-hmm.
It is true, Koala. As mentioned, we are old.
We're old.
What's wrong? Something stuck in your throat? You insolent fool! Turn the ship around. Glah!
Because like the novels I was reading was like I read the Wheel of Time, Sword of Truth series,
Stone of Shannara.
the Sword of Shannara series, the Magician series, Otherland. That was an interesting series. Hey, I think we upset them. Those are the books that I was reading. Also a bunch more that were not notably named enough for, like a lot. I mean, Brandon Sanderson series, the Mistborn
Brandon
trilogy.
But like when they came out, not.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember his standalone book that I really liked. About
I could have told you if you hadn't said it that way.
I think it starts with an E.
Elantra. Yep.
Yeah. Elantris, maybe?
Yeah.
The thing that came to mind was Elytra, but that's a freaking Minecraft thing. And I was like, that ain't right. That ain't it. Those are the books that I know.
I think it's Elantris.
Elantris, yeah.
Which actually was like, I haven't read it again because the concept was so disturbing to me.
It is a disturbing book, but I liked it.
It was the description of the guy who got jumped and then didn't heal. Like, it was so upsetting.
Mm-hmm. It is rough for those with a vivid imagination and a significant bit of like empathy for putting yourself in. It's not great. I really like that.
I don't remember what the twist was in that, but I do remember that I guessed the twist ahead of time, and I was very smug about it. But I don't remember what it was at this point. Like, that one remember.
That one's a standalone book, and so it's not like a huge novel to try to undertake. It's not that long either. I would really encourage anybody who's looking for like a relatively moderate-sized read to take a look at that novel, because I thought that one was really engaging because there was such an interesting twist, and it sort of like drags you along with this very vivid
There's like it's like
world.
A magical mystery.
Yeah,
like
it's such an interesting magical mystery.
Yeah, really interesting.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've read it, but I do remember that. He also did cool. Warbringer, which I believe was the one that was that the magic that was color or music?
I think Warbringer was music. I'm
picturing the cover of the book. I think it's.
I had read another series that wasn't by Sanderson that did do color magic.
I don't think he did color. It
was like
the
light
cover
color.
Of that book looks like sound, but the sound is like rainbow colored.
Yeah,
is why I was like, which one was that?
Honestly, I don't remember as well from like the Magician series, just because I read that in 6th grade, I think. So
I don't think I read the Magicians.
Assuming that it's the same magician that you're talking about, Winnie, it's entirely possible that it is, but with the way stuff gets named and magician being such a common like name, I can't be ensured that it is in fact the same series. But I did like it, but it's been forever since I read it. But yeah, see, those are the books that I know.
Is it the Name of the Wind, the Kingkiller Chronicles? That was also
don't
really
even get
good,
me
but
started.
It's never going to be finished, so
yup,
it's just sad.
Yup, that's a real freaking bummer.
It was so good.
There was another series.
2 incredible books. One more left to go, and it just
stopped. Just couldn't.
Wrote a like side project in the same universe. I don't know if that was him trying to get his juice flowing or what, but I was just
it's like just succumbed to burnout or just an inability to sort of bring it together in a way that was going to satisfy him.
Sanderson.
Right?
He's
got a history
finishing series.
Well, honestly, I kind of wonder if he doesn't have any notes. Like, because I wonder if he didn't set out on that project with an endpoint in mind, and he just got a book out and then a second book out and was like,
where do I go from here?
Well then.
Come on, man, though. You could get like a focus group together and figure it out.
I agree. But I think, see, that's one of those things that I think is one of the reasons that Robert Jordan was as remarkable an author as he was. Regardless of his other flaws as an author of long-winded, slow to progress sometimes, but like
Mhm.
man could like plan and tie an immense number of threads together, and he apparently had that stuff prepped for a long ass time. Like
Yeah.
unbelievable preparation.
To the point that
for-
when he knew he was terminal, he handed everything over
Yep.
completely to Brandon Sanderson. Notes, diagrams,
Yep.
timelines,
Yep.
and was like, finish my stories, please.
He's
And
like,
he
I'm-
could do it.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna die.
He's like-
So you finish it. Here's all the notes. Just tie it together with some words. I believe in you. It's Brandon Sanderson was like, okay. And he nailed it. Like, knocked it out of the park. But really, really impressive stuff. His ability to lay out and organize an insanely long-term project in the Wheel of Time series. The Wheel of
Yeah.
Time series is what we're talking about. Sorry, I said Robert Jordan and without the...
Does he have
potential
other
context.
books, or did he just do Wheel of Time?
I think he may have, but like that was, of course,
That was
the-
his magnum opus.
magnum
and it
opus,
was like
like-
so many characters, such a rich because it
Yeah.
was very weighted in what's called the Wheel of Time, because it talks about the cyclical eras of this
Yep.
specific magical. So he has two non-simultaneous but interconnected eras of history running wild.
Yeah.
Hundreds of characters. And he switches POVs. So
Yep.
the characters have to be fleshed out enough to sustain their own chapters. Wild.
Yeah, and he introduces book 1 prologue characters that are simply not going to be relevant for 3 books. It's just
Yeah. It's
here's
wild.
a little
Eye of the
tasty
World
teaser.
Came out in 1990.
Yeah. It's a wild series. It is a piece of fantasy history. So if any of you have not read The Wheel of Time, I would encourage it, but you have to be prepared for the level of investment.
You're gonna be in it.
Because it is
A Memory
14
of
books.
Light came out in 2013.
I think it's 14 books and a prequel. So maybe 15 books in total. I
Okay,
think.
so he had stuff before Wheel of Time.
And several of these books are 1,000 pages plus. So
They're so
they are
big.
monumentally sized books, and some of them in the middle are slow. There are some that are a bit of a slog. Absolutely true. So
I honestly
no
have
denying.
not finished the series yet. I probably could read it again now, but because I was reading
Yeah.
books as they were coming out, and they were so long and
It
so
would be
involved,
years.
you
Yeah.
have to. Well, it would be forever, and then you'd have to go back and reread.
Yep.
Because it was I don't remember what happened. So by the time the 7th or 8th book had come out, or even the 6th, I'd read the first book 6 times.
Yep.
And I'd
That
have to
is the
go
way of
back,
it.
and at some point, I'm just I don't want to read it again.
Yeah, I
It's
did
been
the
long
same.
enough now, I could probably read it again.
I
might
did
get
the
it in
same.
audio.
Well, yes. That was the thing is, I did the same, and I hit a point. I think I was probably at 8 or 9. That I was I can't keep freaking reading the whole damn series. And so
Were you
then I
really
essentially
that young
yes.
reading it? I thought you
Yes.
weren't into reading until later.
No, it was 6th grade that I started reading. And so I picked up when I
That's
think there
10,
were
right?
4 or 5. I don't actually know what age. But
8th
6th
grade, you're 12, 13.
Because, I started reading in 6th grade, and I remember because we were doing the stupid accelerated reader program in, I guess I started in 5th grade. Because I think that's when we started up the accelerated reader program, where you read books and then you take tests and you get scores. It's to encourage reading. I hated all of the books that were available in the library because we were at a little private school, and I was like, these books are dumb. And we were just starting the program, so they were like, well, if you read other books, you can write the tests and then get points on them based on the length of the book. That's when I started reading the Magician series, and also why at the end of my junior high time there, I got a plaque for having the most points in the accelerated reader program, because I made all of the tests for these huge-ass series, and I got, like, hundreds of points, whereas everybody else was like, I got 17 points for this semester, and I was like, I got 91 because I read 3 books and I wrote the tests, and each one was worth 30 because they're hundreds of pages long. And so that's when I started reading in meaningful capacity, and then after that, I think I started in on the Wheel of Time. So yeah, that's where I was at on that front.
That's really not a kid's book.
No.
Not
No.
even a little bit.
No. Neither is
many
the Sword of
reasons.
Truth. Sword of Truth is even
No.
less. I definitely read
Yes.
that early high school. It was definitely of
That was
dubious
the
sort.
one. Wasn't that the one where there was this weird scene where they had to sleep with someone and they didn't know
Yep.
it was the person they knew,
Yep.
and it was like, yeah, that
Yep.
was bizarre
Yep.
and uncomfortable and kind of weird.
The Sword of Truth novels have an interesting way that, like, viewpoints are provided. Like, each of the books in the Sword of Truth novels has a pretty strong stance on, and, like, I not necessarily a political stance, but, like, a sort of moral stance on a topic. Like, one of them is, I remember there's one book that has, like, this faction of people that are, like, turbo pacifists. And, like, it's a whole thing about, like, bro, they're literally just, like, rounding you up and genociding you. Maybe pacifism is a mistake. And they're like, no, I will stick to pacifism. And then it's like, you should stop. Like, I'm gonna, like, I think the main character ends up, like, saving their asses or something. But it's like, you are currently facing down, like, turbo-fascism genocide. Do something about it. And they're like, nope. Pacifism. And so it's like an indictment of, like, pure pacifism. And, like, each book kind of has some, like, very significant stance on something. And there's that weird sex scene that, like, is related to sort of a stance towards, like, monogamy and free love or whatever that kind of bubbles up in that one. It's wild across the whole thing.
I don't think I read past that one because I hated that.
Because you hated it so much?
So much.
Yeah,
I
the
was just like,
pacifism one was
no.
definitely past that one.
Yeah, I did
And
not.
there was a lot of flack for the last book, I remember. He wrote it, and that was a fairly controversial stance. I don't remember what that one was about. I don't remember it nearly as well. But, like, I remember he got, like, it was a whole sort of uproar about the stance of the last book he wrote. Like, some people really didn't care for it. And I don't know. It was a whole thing. I have not read
I looked
Rent
up Robert
Collector.
Jordan book and I moved away from chat.
Okay, anyway. Steiner, but they didn't respond to
We're
anything
so
until then.
off top. We're just like
We are absolutely are.
You're the one
honestly,
who
it's because
started
we're
this
stuck with these characters that we don't like.
I know, and it
Nothing-
just
they're not
spirals us
doing
into talking to
anything.
more interesting things. They're just not that
Yeah.
interesting. Please wait while I take this fool into
We
custody.
could probably
Turn
just
this
knuckle
ship
down
around.
and get through this, and it would get more interesting. But like,
What's
I
wrong?
I don't like them.
Yeah, they all kind of suck.
I just like Vivi.
I know. No.
No,
Vivi,
don't hurt him. We love
Are you
them.
okay? So, number 2 was defeated by a small child. You are no match against my power. Princess, stay there while I eliminate this child.
No.
Are you protecting him?
Oh, I think I vaguely remember the
Nonsense.
sadness.
You are no different from mindless dolls. What can you do?
Get out of my way. Do you dare to fight a black waltz? I said get out of my way.
I think I am gonna be sad.
I-
No. No.
Yeah, I remember. He's like,
once
what
they
the heck?
once they stepped in front of him, I remembered that it was gonna be
And
sad.
also the barrel's full of them. No.
No, he's traumatized. That was sad.
Yep.
What cruelty. Ah!
Mimi's freaking out.
Master Vivi, I shall assist you. Hey, you guys. Dagger.
Yes.
We'll take care of the black waltz. You steer the ship. Things are
that
gonna get
is
even
not
more
a book.
dangerous from here on. It's not
I
too
wonder
late to
when
turn
that
back.
was written because we did
Go back
not
to the
read
castle
that in
across
school.
South Gate into Lindblom. It's your choice. Be with you either way, but try not to crash the ship.
Be careful. I'll be fine. I do like the dynamic nature of the chat bubbles in this, though. I do
Yeah,
find that
it is very
engaging.
fun.
The way they
Yeah.
move them around, they overlap each other. They kind of it gives a lot more temporal nature to the conversations rather than just being statement response, statement response, statement response. It's it's a lot more lively. Why would you do such a thing? Weren't they your friends?
You fool. Do I look like some lowly black mage soldier? Even if they weren't your allies, what you did was reprehensible. Worry not about them. Many more are being produced even now. What are you? Ah, the princess's
Monster.
bodyguards have gathered. How very convenient. Answer me. It wouldn't do you any good if I answered, since you're all going to die. I will eliminate any who stand in my way.
Double black. Get him with the double. I stole some silver gloves. I'm gonna try to steal a second one if I can. See if Blizzard's any better.
Did he say there were 3 total of these guys, or did I make
Yeah.
that up?
Yeah, they mentioned that there were 3. This should be of the last one.
So we're just working our way through these dudes.
Mm-hmm. Is Blizzard better? They're about the same. Plunk. Yeah, they're the same. No resistance or weakness. I'm not actually sure what focus does. I just saw Vivi has focus, but I don't actually know what that does.
What does it mean?
I don't know, but now is not the time to figure it out.
Nope.
Are you dying or are you killing us? I don't like that you're flying. I have concerns that you're going to counterattack now every time I attack you. Nope. Maybe it's just indicating what he's doing next.
I do
Oh,
like
nah,
the colors
He's dying.
for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that purpley, blue, teal, coral.
That guy was
orange
way less horrible
situation.
than the last one.
Yeah.
You scum. I exist only to kill.
Oh, he's running.
Just how many black waltzes do we have to fight? This is becoming ridiculous.
Why are they called a waltz?
I think that was the last one.
How do you know? Are you?
He said waltz, right? Don't you think number 3 would be the last one?
Oh.
Is that related?
A waltz is a dance of 3 beats.
Okay.
It's like
all right.
dump, bump, 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 bump.
That makes sense.
Bump.
I can see Southgate. It would make sense for like a theater troupe guy to probably
To know
something like
that,
that.
yeah. Although I would bet the princess would know that too.
I can see Southgate. She's gonna go for it.
Did you see that? That I did see.
That I did see!
Yeah.
I'm the weird
Our
one.
enhanced black mages.
Our black mage enhancement.
All defeated.
Betrayed us, Steiner did. It is all his fault.
Huh?
Unstable the ship becomes. Don't let go of the steering wheel.
Number 3 is coming back.
True, is it? Hooray!
But something is wrong. It's broken.
Made its magic too powerful, we did.
There's nothing we can do now. We shall
Depart,
depart.
shall we?
Run away.
Run away! What the heck?
Well, run
Are
away they
flying?
have.
I exist only to kill. I exist only to kill. I exist only to kill.
Perhaps you should
I hear he
new
exists to
turn
kill.
racing.
Do you see Southgate?
Yes. Southgate is a huge gate built exclusively for airships, but maneuvering through it could be tricky. Do you want me to do it, Dagger? I want to do it on my own.
Why would you let her do
All
that?
right. We don't have clearance. They might close the gate on us. Should be okay, though. Security was totally lax when I came through here on the theater ship. I'll be fine, Captain Dagger. Roger.
What genre is that song?
It's old, but the engine's got power.
We must turn back.
Princess, please turn the ship around.
The Black Waltz is heading straight toward us on an airship.
You think turning around is gonna fix that?
He might crash into us.
Dagger, Rusty's right.
It's headed straight for us.
Punch it. Get through the south gate.
Don't be ridiculous. What if the gate closes on us?
There's no way we can outmaneuver him in this cargo ship. We'll slide in before the gate closes and shut him out. Rusty, turn the power up to max with that lever over there.
Dagger, stay on course, no matter what.
Okay.
Why would
No,
we
we can
let her
make it.
drive the ship? That makes
I don't
sense.
know. Oh, it's already closing. There's no way we're gonna make it. Yeah, the other thing about this game that I think really I just did not get too attached is like, I don't really mind the design of the other characters, but I don't like Zidane's design.
No.
Like, the other 3 at this point are fine. But, like, Zidane just, he's a creep. He looks stupid. I don't like him. It's just hard to get engaged with a protagonist that sucks in every conceivable fashion.
He doesn't even have a funny name to give him, like the Rhinestone Cowboy.
I know, he's just a freaking
Like,
loser.
he's not even a joke.
He's just a
bad.
creeper. He's such a creepy, just jerk. I don't like him. Oh, you seem to have lit your craft on fire. That's a cool cutscene, though.
That is a very cool cutscene.
I mean, the cutscenes were still, like, top-notch. Especially considering the time. Like, that was
Yeah.
something else.
Well, and they had just done 8, which had some pretty epic cutscenes, like
Mhm.
kind of for the first time, and so they had to like improve on that. What? There's another airship.
Yeah, there was another one before, too. Apparently there's just going to be airships here poking about.
I
do
like
have some
Sky
little land.
Pirates. It's a shame that this guy's kind of a.
I know you can't
Swerve.
beat freaking Skies of Arcadia for Sky Pirates.
No, you really
That's
can't.
top notch, man. God, I hope they remake that game. If somebody were to make, can release like a Skies of Arcadia 2. Sega, please, hear my plea. Give me Skies of Arcadia 2.
I'm just thinking we should play, and I don't know if I set it up.
What?
I'm trying to think. It was earlier in the stream, and I was like, "Oh, we should play that again."
I think we pushed it a little too hard.
And I just can't remember what it was.
I don't know. Why so
I knew
silent,
what it
people?
was at the time.
We made it. Come on, cheer up. Southgate was badly damaged. It's my fault, wasn't it? Ugh, don't worry about it. They'll
No,
fix it.
probably the
That's
homicidal.
That's the only thing that I like about Zidane is this particular line and attitude. It's like, nah, don't worry about it. They'll fix it. It's not your fault. We're doing whatever way. Don't worry about it.
You idiot. The cargo ship was wrecked. We lost all the cargo and the Southgate was destroyed.
It's not our cargo. And we didn't lose it. It was that dude.
No, you got it right, Koala. Skies of Arcadia is such a good game. It's so good. It's so good. I've already streamed it, or I would do it again, but I have already streamed it.
Did you?
I did. It's so
I
good.
remember that.
It's so good. It's so good. It's one of the best JRPGs, I think. It's so good. It's got so much going for it. You've got an airship. It's a freaking air battleship. You get to collect a crew from across the world. They crew the ship. You can talk to them. You even have an on-foot crew attack to bring all the boys out and beat up your enemies. It's so good. And then there's airship battles. Get to fire cannons at giant freaking enemies and such. It's great. I love it. It's so good.
I can't believe I played a part in this debacle.
Steiner. Yes, Princess. I didn't mean to get you involved, but you saved us. Did you, though? I thank you.
Such kind words I am not worthy.
Well, then jump off the ship.
Well, now I've made up my mind. I vow to protect you, Princess, until we return to the castle.
Please don't. How do you feel about that, Dagger? He'll follow you to the end of the world. It's okay, Zidane. I can see the main gate of Lindblom.
That's Lindblom Castle? How gigantic!
The city of Lindblom is inside the castle. Guess Dagger and I will go our separate ways once we reach Lindblom.
I see.
Just when we were beginning to get you're not close,
Were
Zidane. You're not.
You got
were
people
not.
in a petrified forest.
You
to
were
save.
not.
You gotta like
Yeah, you got
get
shit
it
to
together.
do. Zidane.
Get it together.
Those black mages and I. Are we the same? I bet he's gonna give a flippant, stupid response. The correct response is, you know what? I don't know. But you're your own person. And you can, you can learn. You can find out more. I have not seen The Incredible Bulk. What a name, though.
I don't understand, Master Vivi. Just what seems to be the problem?
Are you
Bro,
that
what do you
stupid,
mean?
Steiner?
Were you there?
I don't know.
Master Vivi, why would those mages be the same as you? And why would it matter if they were?
I mean, that's kind of where I was going. It really doesn't matter if they're the same or not, but who knows?
Rusty's right, for once. We're an individual, no matter what happens, Vivi.
Right. Let's go out to the deck, Vivi.
Why?
Why? You've got to see Lindblom from above. It's the best. Look, the Falcon's Gate is right in front of us.
Get your keister out here.
Boy, that's such improbable architecture. I do like that it's like a airship first city, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Oof. Oof. The frame rate. Oof.
Yeah,
the
that
motion
was
blur.
rough.
Oof. Oh, oof.
Oh boy.
that giant clock?
Oh, I thought. Oh, was that a clock? I thought that was gonna be a thing opening to let us in.
I thought that at first, and then I saw it like click again, and I was like, oh, I think that's a clock.
Why were we flying straight towards it then? What's wrong with
Lindblom
us?
Grand Castle. Wow, this castle is huge. It's even bigger than Alexandria Castle. Yeah, they don't call it Lindblom Grand Castle for nothing.
Indoor airship dock. This is truly amazing. Even a Majesty's Red Rose would easily fit in here.
Dare, you don't look too impressed. Have you been here before? Yeah, I came here a few times when I was little. I haven't been here since my father passed away. Here comes the welcoming committee. That's a really old airship.
Yeah, we got it
Please,
off a
I
little
am
tiny farming village.
Princess Garnet till Alexandria.
Okay, we're just going in hot.
I humbly
Okay.
request an audience with Regent Sid.
Sid!
Bing, 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 name drop. Yeah. Of course, it's the airship city with Sid around.
Mhm.
Well, Koala,
Like-
honestly, it's helpful to have something asking questions occasionally. Someone asking questions occasionally, because it helps for conversational prompts as we ramble on about God knows what. You must be kidding. No member of the royal family, let alone a princess, would ever ride in such a shabby airship. Just a thing for you. Maybe. You're just text on a screen. That's a thing, I guess, in a way. I mean, hey, I'm just an image on a screen. We're all just screens here.
Voices in the void.
That's a game.
Oh, is it?
Did you not know that?
No.
Voices in the void. It's definitely a game. Oh, wait. Maybe it's Voices of the Void? It's Voices of the Void. My mistake. I'm sorry. it's close. Very, very close.
And look at the company you're keeping. How dare you accuse the princess of lying? The princess was
Your
forced to
mouse
come here
is
under
back.
extreme circumstances.
Your mouse is back.
Yeah. Then show me some kind of proof of your royal heritage.
Very
What
well.
proof? What proof?
This pendant, is it a falcon claw? No, the shape is a little different. Call Minister Artania. If you weren't such a filthy-looking oaf, they would not be so suspicious of us.
Hey, I'm not the idiot with the loud voice and the dirty, rusty armor. What? What is going on?
Sir, we have unknown visitors who wish to see the regent. And one of them is carrying a pendant that looks like a falcon claw.
You are dismissed. I'll take care of this.
Yes, sir.
Whee. Uncle Artania. It's good to see you, princess. I need a save point like real bad because one, we're to the end of stream, but also it has been a long ass time since I've saved.
Have we saved since we started?
We have, but it's like it's been this whole airship debacle since I saved last. I mean, to be fair, half of that was me rambling on about books and stuff, but still,
For sure.
it's been like an hour.
I have knitted
Follow me, the regent is
1,300
waiting.
stitches during this stream, in case anyone needs to know
That's
that.
a lot of stitches.
Yeah. It sounds more impressive that way than just saying
It's been it feels like an hour or so. Moogle, I need a Moogle.
Oh, that's right. You can
Stat.
say the Moogles.
I need a Moogle stat. Is there a Moogle up the stairs? Moogle? I don't see a Moogle. Hold on, maybe it's in that door. That door looked Moogle friendly. No, but there's a chest. I just instantaneously ransacking a palace. A Moogle! I knew it looked Mooglish. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see, is this gonna have the information available for me to understand how long it's been? Yes, it does. 6 hours and 2 minutes to 6 hour 47. So it was 45 minutes. Hoi. Oh yeah, I am a thief. It is appropriate that I steal everything. Hold on, this is entirely in character. Nothing is the matter here. Suddenly the music just stops. If
I know, that was alarming. That felt scary.
It's just like, it's very abrupt. It's like, oh. Hey. Anyway. All right. We did not get to the normal 4-ish hours, but we were also like a half hour late because I was fighting with my system and its many current issues. Well,
yeah,
the issues at the time. It's not really current issues, but momentary issues. Hoi.
I'm definitely
Yeah, everybody in the room is like, what? Hey. All right. It is late. So thank you all for coming. Koala, as always. Pleasure to chat with you. Thanks for hanging out through this whole endeavor. Thanks, Cappa, of course, for also being here.
Sidecarring it up.
Sidecarring it up. That's right. So I will return on Thursday. Thursday, I'm going to be playing Parkitect again with Seaweaver. So we'll be tooling around there again. That will be fun. And then again on Saturday, we'll be back for more Final Fantasy. Assuming you are not gallivanting off somewhere else, Kappa. Assumedly not, but cool. So, thanks so much for being here. Look forward to those. Other than that, I hope you all have a good night. Get some good rest. Enjoy the middle of your week, and hopefully the end of the week comes quickly for us all.
God, please.
Yeah. Thanks all. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Initiating goodnight sequence. Dispersing appropriate dosage of compound 347. Initiating phase 1 of memory calibration. This won't hurt a bit. Just close your eyes.